It's the rollout show. 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 Oh yeah, here we go with another dope episode to let you know we tickle your funny bone 3 days out the week. Morris Media, we bringing heat. I speak doggy dog, the nigga keep it street. The funniest motherfucker you ever gon' meet. We got Nikki Pam, goddamn she fine. The finest motherfucker in the Soul Train line. We got Kente from Yay, keeping it 100 with the word of the day. Now who's that girl? That's Precious in the building. Now what the pussy do? Cause it's your body that I'm feeling. Now DJ Ron C, hit him with a dope mix, reppin' Linwood strong. Hey Speedy, and last but not least we got my homegirl B running things and moving things. And you know this, get a Ron C. It's the rollout show. It's the rollout show. It's the rollout show. Bitch, did you pray to me today?
Yep. Hey, welcome to It's a Man's World. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is, what's the name of the show?
Rollout Show.
Yeah, hey, the Rollout Show. I'm half of Speedy.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay.
I'm Lewis Dix, DIX, and this is, it's Nikki Pam.
Right.
And I just met, what's your name?
Tangela.
You trying to get a career off? So
No. Just spreading love and light.
Okay.
Okay.
Iana Vizant.
No.
Huh?
Not Iana Vizant either. Not her either.
Well, I wish you the best.
Thank you.
Oh, wow.
We have the DJ,
Starting off already.
DJ Ron C.
Woo!
And you know, many DJs, actually none of them have made it from this place.
Oh wow, really?
DJ Always, you can see him playing locally.
Oh wow.
Any other DJs what other DJs have been through here?
Twin.
And he's not doing anything. He's at Mavericks Flat.
Wow.
So it's really nice. DJ Ron C. I see this stuff here. It says DJ Ron C. DJ Ron C. 7. So they don't even know you. They got to write your name down. So, but you seem old enough to have a career. So how are you?
I'm good, man.
How long you been DJing?
For about 20 years, man. Or plus.
Oh, okay. Did Speedy bring you in?
Yeah.
That's the first problem.
He's actually going to be on KJLH this weekend, right?
Oh, good for you. That's everybody that falls right back. That's a fall off station. That's like let me stop.
You're a mess.
Let me stop. To you little crazy people out there on Facebook who was writing all that mess about give me a brownie or something. Someone said give me a weed brownie or something like that. You people. You know,
people.
Yeah, I mean that. Those people on Facebook and those people those keyboard
gangsters.
Yeah, they talk so much trash, but never to your face.
Oh, when they see you, they love you.
Oh my God, they're just so fake. I'd rather you just not like me. You know, I mean,
all the time.
Yeah, it's just like, but it's a good day. It's good to be above ground.
I agree.
It's a lot of people who drop in.
That's right.
You know,
yeah,
I mean, hey, that's how you know you're getting older. All your friends, you're like, wow, he died too?
Yeah.
I got like at least 7 people on my phone who are dead.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't.
Wow, me too.
I don't want to delete them. They've already been deleted once, so I don't want to do it. I don't want to just, and I'm figuring like then one time someone called me and it was a person that was dead. I don't know how that worked, but they didn't answer.
They butt dialed.
They dirt dialed me. That's funny. But so that's interesting because you like Tommy Ford who passed.
I know. Did you know him well? Well,
I know. Yeah, we did the first play. I did a play with him called Monsoon Christmas. That was the first time I met him, and he used to work at Dodger Stadium.
Really?
Yeah, as a vendor, and that was before he developed his laugh. Then he's
okay.
Before he developed developed his
He
laugh.
got his laugh on. But he was a nice guy. You know, he was.
Well, a lot of people went
love
to him
Tommy.
for acting coaching or something too.
Really? He
was the
in
bomb.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
A lot of people. I think that's what he was doing
That's
before he died.
interesting because Atlanta seems the place to go to re-energize your career.
Yep.
To go down there and lie to people down there that you did a lot of stuff in L.A. But it's a lot of. But
That's
it's
very
it's
true.
good to be here. Thanks for the invite. Evidently, everybody.
Speedy's working on a movie with Fox.
I heard that. I saw that on Facebook with like he's taking pictures with. You know, it's so funny. Okay, it's so funny how if you have a famous friend, you ride that coattail. I mean, he's been riding that coattail.
Wow, really?
I mean, he's at the point. He's not even on his coattail anymore. He's like on his heels. I mean, he's just.
Wow.
He said he was going to write a book about it too. He said he's going to keep riding it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, no. You should. I mean, I mean, he's got enough kids. He should ride it. I mean, but I mean, you know, it's so funny because like Johnny Mac wrote it for a while, then he kind of found his way, became a writer, and started working.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a lot of people have wrote it. You know, Johnny Mac is he had a good ride,
Right.
and he jumped to writing, and you know, Real Housewives. So he
Yeah.
made the transition. To
Yeah.
where he's in the union and all that, you know, and Speedy has been talking about that movie. I don't think
for
it's going to do
years.
well.
You know,
No,
why not?
No. It's just it's a dumb concept.
I saw that Jamie.
It's like a Medea movie.
Oh, my.
So it'll make like $30 million. So who am I?
Yeah.
I mean, Medea.
I don't think it cost that much to make. So
it was like $6, right? I mean,
Well, it looks like he has an all-star lineup.
Big time.
Snoop is in it.
yeah, Mayweather. So I
Mayweather.
guess Mayweather just improv.
Lunel.
Mayweather's improving because he can't read, right?
That's what everybody was saying in the jokes. They were like, "He's reading a script."
But then again, Speedy wrote it, and Speedy can't read either, so it works.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been reading, and my boy TDP is involved. So
Yeah.
that means it'll be funny.
Yeah.
But it's you know, Fox has been good to him. Fox has been a good. Speedy, you know, stayed with him, and I think he was on Fox's taxes.
That's a write-off.
Yeah. You know, but we all want friends like that. I mean, if you can
Shit,
have
I
a
need
friend,
one.
yeah, we all can use.
You
a
got
friend
one. You
that-
got Speedy.
That's like the reverse.
I don't even know what to
It
say.
costs you more money to be Free Speedy's friend.
It really does cost me money. You are not lying.
Because Speedy, you know, but Speedy, he's Speedy. I've known him for a long time. He's Speedy. He's
But he
Speedy.
loves you, though. He really does. He loves your comedy. He thinks that you're one of the best in the business, and he does.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I know you don't want to hear the positivity in him, Speedy, but he does love you to death. He really
I love Speedy too. I don't like when he drinks.
Oh,
yes.
nobody does.
I just-
Yes.
Oh,
You know what? I
gosh.
thought you were mad because he slapped you on the knee really hard.
That's
that
where I
night.
saw you. You were fabulous that night.
Yeah.
That's where I saw you. Look, no, but I know you don't. I don't really know what you want or what you don't want, but I'm gonna tell you anyway, because I didn't recognize you when you came in. But that night, I was very proud of you, even though I didn't know you. I've known your name forever, but I didn't know you. But you got up there without a mic and kept our attention without a mic, and really made it really sad for the guy who came up after you, because.
Poor thing. What was it? It was Mark.
It was sad.
Mark Howard, but
Mark Howard.
he's
Yeah.
never really been able to.
Follow you.
Yeah, Mark Howard he's a nice guy. Mark Howard's a nice
sorry,
guy. He
boy.
just, you know, he's a better referee
And
than
then
he
you
is
ran up there, was like, all right.
Yeah, you kept it going.
Oh, we do.
nicely.
We have a call. Caller, what's your name
Okay.
and where you calling from? Hey, caller.
Hello.
Yes.
Hey, what's up?
Okay, that's a great intro. What's up?
What's your name?
What up? Jay Anthony. What's up, Lewis?
Oh, my gosh.
Anthony Brown?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, how you doing, man?
Okay. Well, hey, J. Anthony Brown, how are you?
Don't try to talk to me like you're on the radio, man.
How's your numbers, man? How's your numbers? You still behind us?
I'm
All of us?
behind you.
Huh?
Well, first of all, hold up. I called you, and I got Poetess to give me your number. I called you personally to say thank you for what you did for me in my club. I never said thank you. I never really said thank you, and I appreciate it. You didn't have to do that, so.
Oh no, thank you, Jay.
No. Let me just say this. I really wanted to say thank you because that was above and beyond what anybody else. What a lot of people haven't helped me, but a lot of people haven't helped that could have helped, and I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Well, that was my pleasure. Jay was nice enough to allow me to fry chicken in his kitchen and mop and clean and take the garbage out. And he had a woman there that was an overseer. I always thought I was in Birth of a Nation.
No, Lewis fried chicken for one day, and he wanted to do the books. And I'm like, Lewis, it don't work like that.
Right.
You gotta work your way up, man. But I just want to say thank you. Now, let's get to this thing about these numbers.
Yes, listen.
I just want you to know, I don't know how many people, Poetess, how many people you got on the radio right now? If you had to say how many shows.
We got about 13 shows.
You got 13 shows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting this down right now. I predict that within within a year, no, within 2 years. No.
2 years.
Give me 6 months of doing my podcast every week. I will be the #1 show on your network, on Mars Media.
All right.
I will be #1. Lewis, how many numbers you got now? What's your number?
I think we...
It wasn't that busy because I got right in.
Well, okay, listen, we have about, 1,600?
Yeah, you're rolling around 13, 14.
Yeah, we're and we would dominate if we were on 3 times a week, like the Rollout Show. So if you add the numbers up, we're pushing at least 45 if we're on 3 times a week.
Oh, okay.
So they're doing that fake math, Jay. and compared to your show, I like you. I think you have a lot of talent, but given what we bring, I don't. Hey, you're more visual, Jay. You're more of the physical comedy. So
All right. Well, I'm going to get a belt made up. The belt has been made. It will be made.
That's great.
We'll have a Mars Media belt, and the winner for each month. The winner for each month will have the belt. I'm going to get a huge wrap. I know on the budget you guys are on, you can't afford to have it made, so I will get it made.
Watch out there now.
Yeah, you will.
Watch out there now. All right, so it's been set. It's 45. The number to beat is what, 45?
No, you got to beat Lewis's show. You have to at least get 1,500 views a week.
Oh, whoa, that hurt. That hurt right there.
And for Rollout, at least 4,000.
Okay, it will be done. It's done. Consider it done. Okay.
What day do you come on, Jay Anthony?
He comes on
Right now,
Thursdays.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday done. I'll be there tomorrow.
I'll listen. I'll listen for you.
Oh, now you got 16.
5, man. I'm gonna get 5, man. I'll let you later. Thank y'all.
All right.
Bye.
Yeah, what a nice guy. What a nice guy.
Yeah,
it's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice, It's always nice having a talented person behind you, like that, underneath. So,
Right.
So it's nice standing up and looking down and seeing Jay, like, hey, Jay, keep working. I'm reaching my hand down, but he keeps falling. I'm trying to pull him up.
Jay is a nice guy, though. I'm glad to have him here.
Yeah. And our show would be doing better if we had DJ Ron. You want to come to a winner? Slide over. You only got to do a
Your
winner.
show is excellent. It'll grow.
As it
Very
should
good.
be. Yeah, we're working on it.
What night is your show?
Our show is
Friday
nights.
Friday night.
9 p.m.
Okay.
9 p.m. Yeah,
Okay.
when everyone goes out. Parties.
Not everybody our age is staying at
Shit,
home.
I'm
In
home.
fact, that's what we were going to talk about. We were talking about shortly before the show is like dating and what if your mate is not as outgoing as you or doesn't really like to attend the same kind of events. What do you do?
That's a tough one.
Well, it depends if you love the person or like them or using them.
Oh,
It's just different,
It is true.
If you're using them, then you're going to do what they want. Because you want to get your pay. It's kind of like it's a job. You're getting that paycheck every. When they get paid.
Wow.
And when they know when you need something because you give them that little sad look, or that person will investigate. You okay? What's going on? And
It sounds like what a Speedy story.
right, and that's what. And then the person they know you you leave a bill in plain sight, and they know you need something. They're like, you're not the same. What's going on? I'll be all right.
Leave a bill in plain sight.
Things going. I'm just doing what I got to do. I don't need, I'm good. And then when somebody wants something, they'll tell you no all the time. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Don't you handle you. You handle you. And that subtext is help me.
Has that ever happened to you? Has that ever worked with you?
I mean, that's the game. I mean, I was married, so she didn't have to do that.
Mm-hmm. Are you married now?
No, I'm not married.
So if you're dating a girl and she just, you're at her house and you see the bill laying down and it's red past due, do you handle it or do
That would be pink.
act like you didn't see? Oh, pink.
Yeah, you can tell she don't have bills. She straight up, she knows she pay her bills. She's like
it's
red.
pink.
Yeah, everybody that got bills like us, we know it's pink. She's like red.
So it's pink past due. So do you pay it?
She said it's pink past due. Yeah, pink is past due. These little rich young people kill me. Red, whatever it is.
Right, she ain't never made a call in an
extension. Hey, look, I know. Hey, phone bill is don't get due on the 26th, get paid on the 8th. You got 14 days. Hey, you can hit that ATM on the weekend and just get it in before Monday.
Yes.
But no, I think you kind of know once you reach a certain age. If you're under 30, then you don't even figured it out. But once you're over 30, you kind of know what you've done. You know the game, and you know what a person's bringing to the table. Because now it's
Wait, answer Tangi's question.
Yeah, that's what. So what do you do?
If you see the late bill.
if you
are you in a relationship now?
I don't put that out, but
okay. So are you
on this show?
Yeah,
on this show, yes, and I love the person. So anything they need, you give them.
So wait a minute. This is not, they didn't tell you that they need it. You're over there, you're leaving, and you see past due in whatever
pink.
color.
Yeah. You pay. You take care of it. You take care of it.
But are you like this? Do you just pick it up and leave and take care of it? And then she's like, "What happened? Oh my gosh, Lewis, I love you." Or do you say, "Baby, do you want me to take care of this for you?"
Well, mine is a budget lady. She's budget. She does that. She has a budget. She lays everything out. She doesn't like anything pink.
Oh. Okay.
So she doesn't.
But let's just say in this scenario.
Okay. In this scenario, it depends on what she's. I help if a person is actually focused on something. If you do this all the time,
right?
That's your game. Then I don't want to be part of your game. I don't like being used. I don't like being part of a game because I've already been through that. So to where it cost me a house and all that. So I don't like being used. If you straight up. Because everybody needs something. Everybody goes through. If I got it, you got it. I don't get into money because someone told me a long time ago. There's 999 ways to make money. So if you all about money and that's what you focus on, then you not. That's not nice. Money. If you have children, God's going to feed your kids.
That's right.
That God's going to feed you. If you got kids and you have a new kid, for some reason money flows, you work.
That's right.
And that just happens. If you go through ups and downs, you make some money, in your 30s and 40s, and then your 50s you might slow down, and then you come up and you just got to learn to save. My whole thing is like, there's corporate people, and then there's cash, and then there's disposable cash, and then it's like someone who's
living check to check.
Yes, and then you have people. If you know your woman or man handles money well, and you make cash, you give them that to put away.
I agree.
If you make some money, especially in this business we're in, if you make some good money, you put that away.
Yeah, I have a friend that she was the breadwinner, and her husband stayed at home, but he invested their money in a lot of smart investments over the year.
He was good with it.
So now she lost her job, and so now they're reliant on the investments that he made.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's a rare thing,
I would
though.
love to meet a man like that could invest my money. Show me how.
Invested in art and all kind of.
Wow.
And that's the beauty of a relationship. You know everybody's bringing something different to the table, and you just have to maximize that. You don't let them, and people got BS too. You just got to eliminate it if you care for the person.
I've never been comfortable asking a man for money.
Me
ever.
neither.
I have
think I've
friends
ever
that guys shower them with shit, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Is it a certain type?
Yep.
I mean,
It
I don't
is.
know
I
what
think
it
it
is,
is.
but I've always been very independent. Not to the point where I say I don't need a man. I've never been like that, but I've had too much pride to ask a man for
Me
money.
too.
Yeah, and the majority of people,
too.
men, I have to just say, if we're taking care of you and paying for you, we're going to call that out. A lot, not all, but a lot have attitudes that, hey, paying the cost to be the boss.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if like just certain things, if I'm paying it, I have expectations. If people are giving you something, generally they're going to have expectations. You know, if I'm doing this, if I'm paying your bill, then, you know, nobody else would not be up there watching that cable but me.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
You know, and some people
Pam
are
said
built
that's
that
true.
way.
That's true.
Some people are built that way. I knew a girl, and she was, you know, she was a hairdresser, and, you know, she was always broke. But then you try to help them. Like I told her, I was like, hey, listen, you should think about doing hair on the sets. You know, because that's,
right.
you know, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, but you're not doing what you want to do.
Right, and you ain't making no real
Yeah,
money.
you're going to be arrogant and broke.
There's a lot of arrogant broke people
You know,
out there.
it's tough because people do have pride. Everyone has pride. And when you sleeping with someone, if a woman's giving it up to you, like I always think, if you're doing it to a woman, she shouldn't be out there pumping her gas.
Absolutely.
All right, she shouldn't. While you sitting in the car.
Oh yeah.
You know, she shouldn't be going out taking the trash out. Just little things you can do as a man. If she's taking care of certain things, then you can get up and fix her breakfast. You can get up and make the bed up. You can just be
All right, now.
proactive. You
Y'all
can
hear
take care
that?
of certain things.
It's very
because it's yin and yang. I got to help
Ask
you.
you that,
you
is
gotta
that
help
an old school thing? Because, or certain days, I've dated younger. Everybody knows that before Palm Springs. Before Palm Springs, I've always dated younger, and those things didn't happen. Now that I'm with him, those things are happening, and he does everything he's supposed to do. He helps me out.
He's a gentleman.
He's very much so a gentleman,
Yeah.
and which me and Poetess have talked about that I was not used to.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So I'm wondering, is it an age thing or what? Or
No, it's just it's an upbringing thing. I mean, I'm not going to take it from, you know, for just young old cats. It's just an upbringing. If your parents taught you to make your bed up, or if they taught you to clean your house,
right?
You know, they
or
taught
to walk
you to,
on the outside of the street.
Right.
He does all
Yeah.
that.
It's just, and then if you don't know, hopefully you know, there's a man in their life where they can teach them, and you don't have to teach them like sitting in class, just knowledge.
Right.
When you see him walking, you pull him aside. You know, your son, like my son. You know, certain things he does that we never thought. I mean, he handles his money well. He doesn't ask for money. Where his sister's always broke, like she don't know math, you know. But then he's corporate. He took mom's side, and she's an artist. She's a writer. So but he's going to London. You know, he texts me. He's like, hey, you know, hey, Dad, I'm going to London. Can you see if you can get me some Drake tickets because he's going to be out there.
Nice.
And so my ex-wife and I were like, can you believe he's going to London? And like, and how's he? And we want to know how you got the tickets and all that. He's like, oh, I paid for it last year.
How old is he?
He's 24.
Oh, that's
That's
good.
But
Wow.
that's
good.
you know, he learned that at Morehouse. He had.
My Morehouse brother. Yeah, I went to Spelman. Woo!
Okay, so he had 4 years of men educating him about etiquette, what to do, how to handle himself. So, you know, and he went to all-white high school. But
And
then
he had you. He saw you.
In his life.
Yeah, it's little things that you do. Like, nowadays you feel sorry for the boys. Because I remember when my son used to travel with me and we'd be in the car and all that, and if a fine woman walked by, I wouldn't look at her. I wouldn't comment. You know, you see her, but you just don't because you don't want him thinking that's okay.
Right.
You don't want, you know, and the first thing you do as a man when you have a baby is you're supposed to be proactive. Changing the diapers, getting up, because the woman you have to build trust with the woman.
So you feel there's something wrong with your son sing? You look at other women, or
if you gawk at them,
Right.
that's
Ogling.
especially when they're young, because it gives them a card to do that. Unless he's that kind of man who doesn't want to be like some guys. Like my dad is a
gawker.
womanizer, yes. But I saw how it affected my mom, so I made a choice not to be like him. I fight to be like him, even though a lot of him is still in me. I fight to treat women the way I know he treats women. You know, his conversation with me is always sex. Even now, it's 70-something. You know, it's just,
what's the conversation like?
I mean, it's like he'll.
I'm still fucking
hey, Dad,
them hoes.
right? Hey, Dad, how you doing? He'll come down. You know, I gotta come down. I gotta get away from Ellen. His wife. I gotta get away from Ellen, man. I gotta get to the club. You gotta take me out to the club, man. I got my little blue pill. The other day, man. The other day, I was at the club, man, and this girl wanted to give me some head, man. You know, I was
goodness.
I don't feel like hearing that, and it's just
Especially from Dad, I would be uncomfortable.
I think women are more comfortable having certain conversations with their mothers about what bothers them, what they don't like. Men, we have a thing, and maybe DJ Ron can talk about, I don't know how you relate with your father, but men have certain things we want to tell our dads. It's like, I'm not going to get into it. Because then I'll start telling them everything. You know?
Actually, man, I had a really good relationship with my dad, and I mean, he's real patient, which I don't have.
Was he in the home?
Yeah.
Okay.
And how old is he?
My dad passed 3 years ago.
And so how old is he?
He
No,
was
just kidding.
74 when he passed.
So he's 77 now.
And I always said this. I even said this at the funeral, man, that he never told me how to be a man. I just watched him and stuff like you said. Just watched him. Yeah, open the doors for my mom. The way he treated my mom. They were married 47 years before he passed.
Wow.
So.
Wow, that's nice.
So you saw him put his work in.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that you learn. Like women, I think it's different because women get OBGYNs once they become a woman. You know, I mean,
What?
once you have to sit up in something, put your legs open and let someone do whatever they do and you have a conversation with them, you have to look inside of yourself. Women do a lot of internal
I don't get
growth.
that correlation.
So me
Well,
neither.
because men have a heart. You guys have a tendency to be more honest.
Yes, we do.
Men don't.
What does that have to do with
because we have to
Because
open up and allow them to.
Yeah,
they can
because
see. Okay,
You know how important your
Do you
insides
get
are.
it, Tangi? For
I
real?
see where he's going with it now.
kinda.
It's kind of like
I think you're saying because we are open. I mean,
Yeah, we have.
Yeah.
We give birth.
And because we open up and we have to go to the gynecologist, we got a man that might be looking up in there and licking up in there or whatever. We're kind of
and he'll ask you questions.
Subconsciously.
Hey, how's it going? And what are you
While
doing?
you're sitting there in
Why are you
stirrups?
feeling something? No, how are you feeling? Does this hurt? Or have you been
Yes. Yes.
spotting? Have you been?
Yes.
I mean, and you start getting these questions at 13, 14,
Yeah, you
15.
You do.
yes, you're right.
So men don't get that. If we got that,
guys
Oh, so we
really
have
do
to be in
not. I
touch
agree
with
with
our
you.
insides. That's right.
yeah, I mean, of who you are and what
Yeah.
kind of what moves you, what makes you feel a certain way.
True.
You have these conversations with your mother, you know, and then you get menopause, and that's
Yeah.
even tougher. You know, so it's like there's certain, and then when you become a mother, there's certain things you do that men just don't do.
Right.
You got to
Yeah.
deal with it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's so we're not as strong in that sense about how if we sat up at 13, 14 and had to every month or whatever go see a doctor and have our legs up and him playing with your jaw saying, hey, so how's that hurt? You feeling
Yeah,
all right
true
about that? Hey man, your thing is only 7 inches right now. You gonna be all right with that? You know, it's like you probably end up at 10 inches and all that. You know, it's just
Right.
okay.
You guys aren't open like
yeah,
that.
that's true. I never
so-
thought
I never thought about that angle of it. That's interesting.
You're right, because even with my daughter, we have those conversations. But my son, I'm gonna go home and talk to him.
I mean, it's even
It's
like
interesting.
I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna try to. I don't know how I'm gonna start the conversation. He's 11, because my daughter and I'm gonna try because I know that he has questions about these things, you know. But
right, like I had to
Do you
chase
send
my
him to his
son.
dad, or do you try and deal with it?
I answer any question that he has, and then I go to his dad and I say, you know, he asked me,
Oh, okay.
so that he can bring it up and clear it up, because he knows better than I do.
Right, because you have to teach a boy how to wash his scrotum, how to,
Oh my
lift,
God.
how to
I
take
didn't
care
even
of
know
himself.
that.
Yeah.
You
You know,
know,
like
I
women,
know
the
for
first
us.
thing you learn, I remember my wife kept telling me, front to
Front to
back,
back.
front to back,
Front to back. And you got to get up in there.
Right,
Yeah,
front to back. You know,
yes.
and I remember washing clothes, and we had to get shout to spray for the little
panties.
drips, the panty thing. Okay, and then she got panty liners. And
Absolutely.
As a boy, you know, it's like every morning I would hear this in my house. Every morning, I never knew what it was. I'd hear early morning when my wife was getting dressed.
Ripping off the panty
Yeah,
line.
ripping off the panty line. So one day I went there, what the heck is that? And she said, oh, that's my panty liner. Okay, because she had the wings one.
Right.
Oh
Right
my
around the bottom.
Yeah.
Right. And it's so uncomfortable.
Whose
even when you-
radio or something
It's not
is
me.
That's
on?
what I hear too.
It's not
Is it
mine.
Ron?
Must be the DJ. It's not mine.
Okay.
Hey, she's serious on this show. Our show, she just let the radio play.
But you know, the panty liners every day, if a woman is putting on panty liners every day, it probably has a lot more to do with you than you think, because y'all are having unprotected sex and it's probably that drip,
Right.
you know.
No, you. I mean, that's what I'm saying about. They have to be so in
Or
touch.
he, like you said, the menopause thing. Sometimes the estrogen and some kicks in, and you have things.
and the pH balance, if the
pH
balance is
that's
off,
what- that's
you know,
the word.
odor, you know, it's just like
happens.
certain things you have to have conversation with your daughter about.
Yeah.
You know, and like I had a conversation with my daughter when she was getting that age. That, hey, listen, it's going to feel good when those boys touch you. You got to make a choice, Peyton. You got to really figure. But Dad, no, I'm telling you now, Peyton. Nobody's going to tell you this. When that boy's touching you and all that, you're going to have to make a choice whether you want to let him have sex with you because it feels good. Because nobody tells the girl
That's
how
so
good it's going to feel.
Because I'm going to tell my baby, listen, it's not as good as you, it's not going to get good until you get older. Because it's not.
So you know yourself,
right? Because the first time I had sex, I can remember it was like I wasn't expecting it. Caught me off guard, and I remember open your legs, Tangy. Open your legs, Tangy. No. But I just, you know, I was.
You wasn't mentally there for it, and me,
I wasn't.
I get what you're saying.
I wasn't,
Definitely.
and it was like 1 minute we were talking, next minute open your legs, Tangy. Open your legs, Tangy. Now grind, Tangy. Grind, Tangy.
And it hurt. And
I was like, that's it.
Right. And it depends on who you like. If a girl's dealing with an older guy, then he knows how to
make
get her ready.
Feel good. Yeah.
With a young boy, it's straight find and poke. Yeah, it's just
find and
poke. Breaking that hymen. I mean, that's the thing, you know. And like I used to tell my daughter all the time, you know, your hymen better stay there.
Right.
And I used to check with her pediatrician. Hey, her hymen's still there, you know, because once they get 18, you can't have that conversation anymore.
No, you can't.
So and I used to have the same discipline for my son. You know, that's what's important. You have to have the same discipline about what's going on with your body, you know, getting up, Don't
try it without a condom.
Right. Oh, yeah.
You'll never be able to put it back on.
There you go. Because, but Mom was all about, we blocked a lot. We blocked a lot because we weren't not having anybody get pregnant. So I'll give her that. We blocked a lot. I used to go over to the boy's house, take him for a walk, and tell him.
That's good.
Now, what if your boy got somebody else pregnant at a young age? How would you deal with that?
I would, because
there's definitely double standard there.
No,
He didn't though, right?
No, he didn't because I used to go over the little girls that he was dating. I would go to their house, talk to the dad, talk to the mom, give him my number. You know, Dad, I can't believe Dad went over there. Hey, man, you're not getting these people pregnant.
Right.
And then when he got to high school, he was at a school where the parents. It was important for those girls. They knew that what they wanted. They wanted to go to college. They weren't. They had dreams. So once you get young people who have dreams, they make sure they don't get pregnant. If somebody doesn't have a dream and doesn't know where they're going in life, that's when you end up getting pregnant because you're not focused. You're like, I got to find something.
Or if you feel lonely or want something
that's
or
it.
someone to love.
Yeah, that's it.
A lot of my friends got pregnant that way. Just because emptiness and thinking the baby was going to keep the man, which it never does.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
You know, people do that for a lot of reasons.
I worry more about my son than my daughter because these little girls out there, they're a different breed.
Oh my God, they ignorant.
My godson, oh my God, he's 13, and his mom was sending me pictures that he was getting in his cell phone. These girls looked 21 years old.
Yeah,
the pictures they were sending him, I was so like, are you serious?
Yeah,
that is a 13-year-old. Impossible.
Yeah, and they let him spend the night. I mean, see, certain things that we didn't. You know, it was always a group thing. These kids now, parents, he can spend the night. No, my son not spending the night at you're tripping. He's going to try to, and especially when there's no dad around.
Yeah.
No dad around, the mom is all about especially if she's a certain age, she's still trying to get hers. She's still trying to be out there.
Yeah.
So she's going to slip, and then it's hard. It's so hard being a parent, first and foremost. It is the most difficult, challenging thing in the world. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. But you worry 24/7.
Yep.
And these kids don't realize, and people who don't have kids or who don't care about their kids don't even understand it. It's the most disheartening thing when you trying to date somebody and they don't understand why you have to go, why you can't go out. Why, that's when you know that, okay, you're not in tune with what's important to me. Because why you got to go? Hey, I got to go. I got to go pick them up.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this. I haven't been with my children's father in 6 years. And so, we're not. My son is 11. My daughter is 8. And I don't think I'll have a serious relationship until my daughter is at least 11. And I have people telling me, because it takes so much with them, and I have people telling me, Tangy, life is passing you by. You don't want to be old and alone. And I have friends, but I don't bring any to the house. And I've been debating because they see me with their father all the time, and we get along.
I applaud that because I did that. When my ex-wife and I broke up, we had a pact where nobody would come around at the kids' events. It was just us. We would have dinner together on their birthdays. We would celebrate certain things together because our main focus was them.
Right.
And it is hard. It is hard because you want a relationship. But the bottom line is it does affect them. Mm-hmm. It affects them. They want you to be happy. They'll say it. They say the right thing all the time. But kids are selfish. They just and they should be because they're kids. And your focus should be them. One, it's going to go by faster than you think. I mean, it went by so fast, especially when you're invested. But especially when they're teenagers. Because they have so many questions. And when you're out doing your thing, that's when the questions arise. That's when they really need you. That internal thing starts happening, like, okay. And that's when they start saying, she ain't even around.
Right.
And then when you try to discipline them, you got to eliminate, but you weren't. But you weren't. But you weren't here. That's why I did it. But you weren't. So if you there, that eliminates that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. And it makes such a difference because unless you find a man who's going to understand, all right, we see each other on the weekends when you don't have the kids. Mm-hmm. That's when we develop in our relationship. You're going to meet the kids at an event like church.
Yeah.
You know, this is my friend. They don't see you holding hands and kissing. That's where I think, because kids love their mom and dad. Mm-hmm. Stepdad and stepmom is cool. But when I see my mom hugging another man, you're like, all right, that's not my dad.
Right.
You know, he's stepping into the same thing with mom, dad hugging a woman. Okay, I love my mom.
That's the part that I was confused about because they've never seen me hug anybody. But I was like, is it important for them to see me in a healthy relationship, or is it more important for them to see their father and I engaging in a healthy way?
Yes, because that's one.
both.
Because I think
they haven't seen me in a healthy relationship.
No,
they haven't seen me in a
but
relationship.
they wouldn't know if your relationship is healthy. One, because they're focused on their lives
Yeah, they're
and
too
their
young.
phones. So, as far as they're concerned, you're in a healthy relationship by being in a relationship with them. You're healthy.
Oh.
That's the healthy part they know.
Okay.
That when I need mom, she's there.
Okay.
If mom is dating and I need her, that's not a healthy relationship.
That's not, okay.
Mom is out getting some, especially when they reach a certain age. They know if your kid 13, 14, what is mom doing at 11 o'clock? She getting some.
I got you.
And so getting some is more important than me.
I got you. So it's more important. Well, that's good then. It's more important to maintain, because I was thinking, do children learn by what they see? That's what I was.
No, because their narrative in college will be to their friends when they're out of the house is, yeah, my mom and dad, they weren't married, but they was always hanging out. Just listen to the conversation today. My mom and dad, they were always hanging out. They was cool like that, man. Or, my mom used to always bring these guys over, man. They got on my nerves, man. It was always, I couldn't go in the room. Like, if you have a man around, your daughter can't walk around the house the way she want to walk around the house.
Yeah.
They can't jump on the couch in between you.
Yeah.
Even if your ex-husband is sitting there, they can still jump in the middle, play, laugh. It takes certain things away because your daughter is becoming a woman. Your son is a man. If it's another man in the house, bam, it's territorial.
Yeah. And that's what I thought.
He can't say, mom, because it's going to change. The man's going to say, hey, I need you to, you need to do that now.
Yeah.
Poetess, I mean, your parents were split. How was it for you?
I appreciate the fact that my mom and dad are good friends. They
That goes
love
back-
each other. They joke. They laugh. And it was funny because earlier this month was my mom's birthday, and my dad called her, wished her a happy birthday. And Mom's gonna kill me for telling this. Mom asked my dad, so what that dig do? I said, Mom, why would you tell me that? She told me she told him that. And I'm like, and I'm sure my dad laughed and got a kick out of that. But
I wanted the answer. That's what I want to know.
Did he give it to her?
No, I'll be up there.
But they've always been friends. They've been broken up since I was a baby, but they've always had a good friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So there's
My mother and my dad too, and it was good for me because even when he wasn't around, I always felt loved. I felt like, I was a love child. I knew I was a love child. Mm-hmm. And that made me feel special, even when he couldn't be there because he lived in another city. And that helped me later as I grew up, So, yeah.
Yeah, because your past and your upbringing, it really dictates how you react when you get older. Because the kids, I mean, you're the only parent they have. And relationships come and go. And that's the thing. That's really when I think it gets frustrating for kids is when you bring somebody in for 6-7 months and you love them, then they're gone.
Then they're gone.
And you're like, all right, because when you basically, if a man's in it, then he's going to totally respect the husband and the main father. That's going to be his dialogue. Even when he's talking to the kids, hey, your father wouldn't really appreciate that. You want to call him. Mm-hmm. It's certain things you do as a man. Now these little punk ass men, they don't have the respect because they don't have their dads in their life. They haven't been taught. Everything is about being educated. And right now, I just think we're so uneducated with learning how to love each other, respect one another, especially male-female relationships. It's both sides. Men are not doing what we need to do, consistently. We're spotty. We're very spotty when it comes to showing consistent love and respect for women.
Isn't that the truth?
I mean, we'll let another. I mean, it was a time when if a cat was acting foul to a woman and all that, somebody would step in, and now we letting women get beat up in front of us, and because we're such punks, we're just, and everybody's worried about getting killed. I understand there's some fools, but if a man's putting his hand on his woman, you can basically figure out he can't fight.
Well, I have an issue. I know this is kind of off the subject of, being, so I'm, like everybody knows, I'm in a new relationship now. So, and he is always there. Their family stuff, his family stuff, I met his oldest daughter, whatever it is. But it seems to be a communication thing. Like, we had a family dinner. I had a family dinner on my side. And I was just, up until he came, I was confused whether he was coming or not. He never said, "Oh, I'm coming." He just was like, "Oh, I'm in the shower." Okay, but are you coming? And I just never could get an answer. He shows up, but I just feel like his actions are there, but his words are not.
Has he ever not come?
No.
Then it's probably like me on the rollout show. I'm coming. If I don't call you,
then you're
if I'm not coming, I'll call and tell you. But if I'm coming.
Wow. Okay. So I'm saying, so basically, is the actions more important?
You're probably saying, "Baby,
the words?
I think the actions. I want the actions."
I would rather the action, but then I start to get confused. I'm like, well, you know what I mean?
Well, I say don't doubt the brother unless you have reason to doubt.
And I don't have any reason.
Yeah.
I'd rather the actions, but
you like the words.
I like
the
communication
words too.
We have a call.
Oh, caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Hi, this is Lushy.
Uh-oh.
Hi, Mom.
How you guys doing? I just wanted to say, Felicia's father and I, we broke up because of kind of a racial thing, and we've been made friends all these years. He's the only man in my life that I've ever had that we stayed friends after we broke up.
Wow, that's nice.
Right. You said the racial thing, the black-white thing, obviously, right? You're saying that you have pressure from...
Well, my father was... He didn't believe in interracial relationships. Wow. And his mom was... He was her only son, and she was kind of jealous of him. She didn't... Any girlfriend he had, she was kind of jealous.
So basically, the parents on both sides.
Boy.
Oh.
Yeah, so the parent pressure on both sides of the parents of my parents. So,
wow, look at where we are now, though. So.
Right?
Yeah,
good for you. Good for hanging in there.
Glad you guys are.
All right, Mom.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
And it's like, let me go back to my question, because people are like, if it's actions there, why are you tripping, Pam? I'm not tripping. It is a question. It is a talk show. I'm talking. I'm just asking a question. I'm very happy in my relationship. It's not that I'm tripping. I'm just asking.
See, and that's the funny
part. I think some people have a hard time, and I'll say this about me, expressing themselves.
Right.
I feel like times I'm vulnerable, and I feel like if I say certain things, I'm putting myself out there. So I think that some people are just... would rather show you than to tell you.
Right.
But I would hate for a guy to tell me a bunch of shit and
not
follow
true.
through
That's
with
true
it.
too. And I'm a communicator, so both ways. So it's not to me either or. And you're saying guys basically are either or.
And I get what you're saying though, even though I know how I am. Like with my friend, he doesn't say a lot. I want him to say,
yeah.
But gosh, he shows me, and so. That showing me lasts for a good 4 days.
It does. I agree with you.
I'll be high for a good 4 days.
Right.
Oh, and then that 5th day, I'm like, well, dang,
I need to hear something.
Yeah.
Right.
But I know it's my mind, so I try to.
It is.
I think men have again, depending on their age, like older men, we kind of been in the game for a while, so like there's a commit, especially with women. If you tell them something, then you've already, now it's committed, and then she can follow up. Well, you said you'd be here at 5. It's 5:15.
Right.
So if I say I'm coming, even if I'm on my way, I think you're better served if you just say, hey, I'll see you when you get here. Because then he'll say if he's coming or not.
Oh, that's good.
I'll see you when you get here. Then he'll say, hey, listen, I might be a little late. So as opposed to you saying, are you coming? Because now something might come up to where I don't, because men don't want to disappoint people we love.
That's true.
You know, when you love someone, you don't want to disappoint them. Where women can tell you that and then disappoint you, then have because you guys have more words.
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
We do.
You know, if it's because most men, the way men deal with other men, I don't know if Ron can attest to this. Like if my boy, if he say we get ready to hook up, he coming over, then I'm not expecting him. If he come over, he come over. I'm not going to call him and say, yo, what time you going to be here?
Right.
Because he either going to show up or he not going to show up. And if he don't show up, I'm not going to call and say, what happened?
What happened?
Right.
But we planning. If you tell us you coming, we planning. And you're going to be there at 5. We wanted to be ready at 4:59.
Right.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one thing too about Canoe. He's very spontaneous. He works a lot, and he can call anytime and say, "Hey, what you doing? You want to, But us as women, we want to make sure our hair is done, our nails, everything.
Yeah.
How old is Canoe?
Never mind.
Oh, how old is Palm Springs?
About 78, right?
No, 47.
Okay.
You know, I mean, it's just
My own is 52, so I was thinking of
They're around the same. It's still the same.
Yeah.
if you over 45 and you there, if you got a vaccination mark, you good to go. They know, you know, if you've had spam, Vienna sausage, you know, if you can eat one Snickers a night, you know, you are, and don't bother your stomach. But and it's just that what's important for a man, when you love a woman, you really want to please them. You want to keep some sense of yourself. Because that's just a little man thing in you, you know. You just that testosterone helps you continue. You know, like all right, I got to do this. That's why it's hard for us. That's why I can get confused at guys who are hang out with a guy and you're like the woman. You know, that's why I sometimes hanging out with Fox and them, it's kind of like they're the girls. You know, they're following him. You know, it's like
are you saying
there's no leader. They're not allowed to have any leadership in the relationship.
He's the leader, obviously.
Right, and it's it's like these are alpha male. That's why Johnny Mac is always trying to be a tough guy with other people. Right. Because he's not allowed to be a tough guy with Fox. Right. You know, he's got, and same thing with Speedy. He's always talking about knocking somebody out, but yet, if you step back, we're like, yo, man, why because men are allowed to tease other men. I don't care how much you make, you're still just like me. You put your pants on the way I do. You might have more money. That's why whenever you're going back at it with a guy that's got money, first thing he bring out is his money. Well, my wallet's bigger than yours. He's like, all right, so what's your point? What's your point? I can still take your woman.
Let me ask you this: before Jamie made it, you guys were all hanging out. Was he always the leader of the pack, just because, or was
talent?
Was it equal? No, you know what I'm saying?
Jamie was a blue chipper. I mean, Jamie. I mean, he's gifted. I mean, he's. I mean, let's not even question that.
Yeah, we know that.
I mean, he's just. There's some of us in the mix. There were a lot of talented cats in our mix, so everybody has respect for one another. That's the thing. It's like Fox. His story about me is I told him when he came on stage, you'd be funnier if you had white sneaks. That's what he remembers.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't, so when him and I look at each other, I do what I do well, he does what he does better. Right. So, okay, but it's like, you still have to be, I don't care who you are, like, we call each other out as men, just like women do. You don't care who somebody is, girl. I know you. Right. I know you. Right. So you don't try to go there on me. The other people who don't know you. And when your friends start acting that way, or you see guys that are supposed to be their friends acting the way fans do, then you like,
right.
It's like, all right. It's like Johnny Mac one time called me and said, hey man, listen, we had a softball team. Mm-hmm. So Fox used to have errors. He used to mess up, and Johnny Mac and them wouldn't call him on it. And I was like, man, y'all scared to tell him he's messing up? And then I said, it's because you're friend. And Johnny Mac called me with that. Hey, listen, man, Fox wants you to stop saying, clowning us about being his friend and all that. He don't like that. And I'm like, well, then stop doing it. But you call me to tell me not to tease him? Right. That's kind of... Right.
Why would Fox call you?
That's man code. Ain't that man code when Speedy say that's
Fox
man
would
code.
never call me. You don't have my number. I mean, certain celebrities not going to call. No, I'm not calling. Yo, man, tell him to stop. And that was just, I mean...
You think he really said tell him to stop? You think...
I don't know. Again, Johnny Mac might have been doing that passive thing where he wanted to take up for him. Yeah. Fox probably said... I doubt if Fox said call him, knowing how strong Jamie Foxx is. Because the one thing I love about Jamie Foxx, more than anything as far as his talent, is his parenting. I think he's a great father. To me, that's just covers everything. That's why I like Speedy, because he's in his kid's
Great
life.
father.
That's first and foremost. I think he's 10 times the father than he is the talent, because he's just involved with his kid's life, and that's the first and foremost. That's how I look at it. Any man, it's how are you dealing with your children? Because that makes you who you are. All that.
DJ Ron, see, you got children?
He's got a son.
What kind? Okay, I'm just kidding.
I have a son.
Just kidding. Yeah, but so how old is he?
16.
He's right there. The
Yeah.
testosterone. That's right. He's got hair on his jaw and everything.
Everything.
Yeah, he's that's
Wow.
what? No, that's important for a young boy. Same thing with women. When y'all start getting breasts, you start
And
seeing
it starts
hair.
early now.
Yeah, and you start seeing same thing with a boy. He's like, okay, I'm just as strong. I'm up there. I can, and you got to start. That's alpha male time. You're like, all right, I'm not a punk. I'm not. And if he is a punk, and I don't mean gay punk. I mean, if he is soft, you got to. All right, man, you got to deal with that part. You got to deal with. All right, how you gonna handle yourself? Because you gonna be the one they send into the store, and you never want that for your son. You want your son to have some kind of strength in his pack with his boys. Because that's the first thing you gauge. It's like, how does my son handle himself around his friends? Where is he? Is he number 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Yeah.
Or is he the one being teased?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, okay,
Yeah.
I gotta deal with that. Okay.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, he's the nerd.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Everybody else throwing the football and he playing Legos, so
Yeah.
I gotta deal with that. Let's make him the best Lego builder he can be.
Yes.
That's so true.
we
I
going
have
to
a friend whose
Legoland.
son is,
Yeah.
very much so.
And I don't know what it is with women, because I know growing up it was who could plait hair, who could jump double dutch.
Yes.
I think it's changed. What is it now with women? When you guys see your daughters out there,
It's who's the head, who's the leader too. Like, some of my daughter's little friends are just followers. So I want to see if my daughter's the one in charge. If she wants to go play with her little friend and she doesn't want to play, I want to see if my daughter's like, or she's like, okay, fine, and we'll go play something on her own. And that's what I try to say. You don't need those people. Or like some of her little friends will come over and they'll say, Stone, let's do this. And Stone won't want to do it. And I'll hear the little girl say, well, I'm going to go home. And I'll be listening. Because when she was young, I used to tell that girl to go home then. Tell her bye.
Right.
Tell her bye. You don't need that. But now listen, and Stone will come in there with me and she'll say, Mommy, I want to play da-da-da-da-da. And she wants to play da-da-da-da-da. Or she says she's going to go home. I said, well, y'all work it out. Or I'll have her mother come and get her. And then she'll go in there and they'll work it out. But that's what I want. I want her to be independent and proud and confident and a leader and same stuff. And with some, they play with Barbies. One little girl, every time she come over, she...
Oh, really?
Every time. She walk in the door and she boom, 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 boom. I'm like, but then there are others that, want to do art.
She try to dance and do the videos.
Every time she comes in, she dances. They're watching video, and I have to be on guard. But there was only one that I was concerned about, because it was one little girl that came over, and she was in the backyard with my baby's Ken doll, and she had a bat, and she hit the black Ken doll. Don't you?
And she was white?
No!
Oh, she
was black, but her father is not in her house.
Okay.
But we don't hit black men. We don't hit boy dolls. We don't hit. Stop! You can let this little girl hit your doll?
Right.
Do you do this at home? I went off. Heaven High was nowhere. I went off for that, and I went off when they were watching American Idol, or America's Got Voice, The Voice. And there was one lady up there that was black that was singing, and that same little girl said, they didn't call on the little girl, said it was racism. I said, that wasn't racism. It was because she didn't sound good. I said, you can sing. The little girl can sing. I said, if you get up on stage
all parenting
automatically thinking racism, you're going to lose. You go up there thinking, I'm going to do this. They're going to love me, white, black, or otherwise. Don't be, So I said, when you're at your house, you can say racism. Over here, we don't say that. Because I want my babies to be able to watch impartially, because I want them to go in confident.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because you can look at sometimes when it's funny because when the sleepovers and the play dates, you can really, because my daughter had eclectic friends, a white, a Asian, and,
yes,
and then you like, all right, let's see, and I used to, and then when you go pick them up, you like, all right, I don't like this Asian woman, she don't like me, I can feel it, I can feel that the house smell like kung jong gung.
Oh, yes, wow,
Louis. It's just like,
what is kung jong gung?
It's just stuff
like
that,
tofu.
yeah, it's just something Asian, the Asian smell.
I know you go in the nail shop, I'd be like, damn, what are they eating?
Yeah, they just kind of
something different.
Now he's eating too.
Yes.
In the
So
back.
and then you
in the
know,
back.
They do. They get their little bowls of
They bring their food. You
They
never
do.
see them with fast
They-
food.
I'm
No,
about
and
to
then
go
you
get a
see
McDonald's.
you see
They're smart.
a half a cat leaving. Oh, well, what the heck? So, but
They're better now. My daughter, she goes in the play dates and she has her white friends and her Armenian friends and her black friends and her Russian friends and her Mexican friends, and they're all really cool, which I was happy to see in the area where I am.
Mm-hmm.
I was happy because I just didn't know, and in my mind. My house, when you walk in my house, it's a black house. People come in and say, wow, you don't have any white people on the wall. So it made me happy that they have those friends and that the friends are cool and the parents are cool and they can go back and forth. And some of the little kids are real clean. Thank you. May I wash my hands first? I like.
That's good.
Yeah.
yeah, because I think there's like 4 stages of your child's friendships. Because first, second, and third grade, it's going to be eclectic, and all of them are getting along and all that. And then it transition 4th, 5th, and 6th. Then they start more or less knowing and finding their personalities, and you got to weed some of them out. Then you get 7th, 8th, 9th. That's when it starts really getting to the bullying, and you not this, and your complexion, and your hair,
Well,
and
when I was in
your economic status.
elementary school, junior high, we had like little race, not wars, but we had the whites against the blacks and the blacks against the Samoans and the Mexicans against. So I remember being in junior high school, and I'm mixed.
You can really
You on the middle
Where
here.
am
by
I-
both
where
sides.
you supposed to go?
But I never played into any of that because I had in junior high school a multitude of friends, even in high school. Like,
Yeah. But I think that was, in that era, it was definitely a lot clearer. Now it's so subtle, and so, because everyone fakes it, and you can send your kid into that world thinking it's okay.
Yeah.
And then they come out and you realize, all right, what's going on with you? Why are you reacting that way?
Yeah.
Why did you say that to your brother? Where did that come from?
Yeah.
And you realize they saw the person with the nice car say that, and they're like, okay, I'm gonna go with that, because if that attitude can get me that. And then in high school, 10, 11, 12, then you really start finding your true friends, because I know my daughter did. Then they narrowed down. You actually have, as a parent, have to step in and say, no, that person's not going to be your friend. And you get to do that around 7th, 8th, 9th grade. That's when you start removing certain friends you don't want. Because, you're like, all right, this kid's going to be getting high in high school.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah, my parents did that.
I already know that. So you're not hanging with Albert, because
My parents did that big time.
You're not doing that. You're going to hang
She
with
too
this
fast.
little kid. Yeah,
She-
It
right.
didn't
So
work.
my mother did, and I was like, "How you know, Tangi? She's having sex.
It didn't work for
she's
Pam.
Not. Yeah, Tangi, she is.
Right. It did not. I agree. It's so funny.
Kids are gonna this is what I've learned. I mean, you could be the greatest parent in the world, but it does not guarantee that your kid is going to come out great. And you could be the worst parent in the world, and you have some of the greatest kids in the world.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's the thing of you being your kid being great. It's about eliminating certain things that can hurt them
Influences.
before they actually mature to making a better decision. Meaning, like, I'm not gonna, if I let this person deal with you now in 7th, 8th, you're a sponge. You're going to think
you
that's
suck
right.
it up.
So I'm going to remove it. So when you get this 10th, 11th, 12th grade, you'll realize it when you see it that that's not right. Because you don't realize 7th, 8th grade, everything is Go-Gurts and hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
So that's life for you. But when you get in 10th, 11th, 12th, and you filling out college applications, and now they're teasing you about you getting a D or being a C student and you're not smart. Okay, now what? It's a different kind of a pain that they're putting on you. And then you bring it home, you're like, I'm not smart. Who told you you wasn't smart?
Yeah.
Okay, no, that kid's covering something up because he got 4 tutors. Okay, you doing it on your own. See, they got 4 tutors and their parents are donors. So, of course, the teacher's going, like I used to tell my son, you hang out with these little Jewish kids, and he wanted to go, they were going to go up to the temple and go inside the temple. I'm like, no, Lou. Why, Dad? Because, see, if when they get caught, their dads are Lowensteins and all that, you're going to go to jail.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't have the same
Because
luxuries.
your daddy's Lewis Dix.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break, guys. You're listening to The Rollout Show. Shout out to Speedy, who's...
Speedy, we miss you.
I was going to go on the set the other day, but they were way out somewhere. And
They
was
were in
like,
Valencia.
Yeah, I said...
They're-
and
well,
it
I
was
can tell
raining
where they are,
that
but-
day, and I'm... Nah.
Yeah.
I talked to him the other day, and I was going to
We'll
go
be
out.
right back. DJ Ron C. in the mix.
You made me.
Yeah, I I love that mixed, Ron.
Ron, it's funny watching him DJ because he just sits there. For a minute, I was like, "Is he in a wheelchair?" But I guess how did you start DJing?
How did I start?
Turn it down a little bit, Ron.
What made you decide this is what I want to do?
Well, that's not what I always did. I started off, man, when I was young. With the Uncle Jam's Army. That's what got me to want to DJ.
What's Uncle Jam's Army?
You guys never went? Oh, that was a dance thing. Like
it was like a group that promoters. They used to get parties and stuff, man.
It was a group of promoters, DJs, rappers, dancers.
Everything.
It was a whole
go around LA
crew that really started the hip hop scene
in LA.
Here in LA, and they sold out the sports arena.
I was there.
They brought group that kind of bridged the gap between East Coast, West Coast. First time Run DMC came out here was at an Uncle Jam's Army event, and they influenced a lot of people like Ron.
Okay, you want to finish your story now? Just took the damn thing over.
No, because you had to know what Uncle Jam's is.
No, I appreciate it.
So yeah, I started listening to that and going to those parties and got me going. But I played sports all my life and I just did it as a hobby. But as I got older, I always loved music. I always had the love for the hip hop.
We're glad
funny.
you're DJ, Ron.
No, you seem like a nice guy. You have a family and stuff?
Well, I'm not married, but I have a son, 16 years old.
Okay.
He's been married.
Oh, how long were you married?
To Mexican. Sorry.
Yeah, you're married to a Mexican girl?
Yeah, for 2 months.
2 months?
And your son is from her?
No.
Oh, she's from a black woman?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Well, good. And what happened to the Mexican? They didn't like her?
Yeah, we didn't get along.
Her family, her brother?
She slapped the shit out of her.
Why did you propose to her?
Who, to
the Mexican lady?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I loved her.
And so how did you not get along? What changed in 2 months?
She changed completely.
After you got married.
You started speaking Spanish?
How did she change?
She changed. She just got really possessive and stuff. Like I tell you, she put hands on me. That's why we broke up.
She slapped the shit out of him.
Oh.
Really?
Bam.
Was she a big girl?
No, not a really big girl.
Yeah, but you got nipped at.
Yeah, that's why I nipped it. You ain't about to hit on me because I'm not going to jail.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the Mexicans would have got you in jail.
Yeah.
Oh, well, good. Well, you're nice. You seem like a nice guy.
Thanks, man.
I mean, I guess. I'm just kidding.
But he still ain't gonna make it.
No, he's already made it. If you happy doing what you want to do in life, you've made it.
Exactly,
I mean, that's what's, you sad. You look at people who whine and, I tell my kids all the time, do something that you love doing, and then you'll wake up every day.
That's an affirmation, y'all. Slipped in. Do something that you love doing.
Speaking of which.
Okay.
I don't have one today.
Oh.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
Don't let a Mexican woman slap you. Hey, yeah, and you people out there, I saw the little, what is that thing called?
The memes.
The memes with me at Janthony's joint. That wasn't funny, Aaron Gladman. You were better than that, Aaron. That's funny.
Let me pull it up. It's hysterical.
It is not.
So, Tangi, you were saying off air that basically you were doing something about the Bishop Don Juan show, and you were doing
Aaron, I just hope you still love me. I was doing Facebook Live, and I was just excited. I videotaped. Aaron's he might log off if I talk about this, y'all.
He'll be all right.
But I videotaped the bishop's jacket all the way around, and then I was talking to my people, and Aaron got on, and he was like, Tangi, really? And then I said, yeah, I said, he's not pimping women anymore.
Right.
He hasn't since 1985. I said, he has blessed a lot of people. He's just in a different world. And he had a good vibe. I could get, Aaron's going to be so mad. I'm sorry, Aaron. I could get, look at that. I could get where he was coming from. Like he'd say, do something that you love. I tell my children, be the best you can at whatever it is you do. I wouldn't be mad if my daughter was
prostitute. That's what
no, laying on her deathbed, and there I am. Because I asked him, I said, if your daughter was laying on her deathbed, and there was a man there, dressed all fancy, and you were on the other side, and she looked up at that man and said, Daddy, I'm just sorry I couldn't bring you your money. So what would you say? He said, well, I'd be glad she was committed.
He's stupid.
Aaron
be happy about that.
No,
that was a reach.
I mean, it's just
20-something children.
which is ignorant to me, because you can't parent 20-something children.
Nope.
And he's he's hustling and selling what he's been selling, and there's a lot of ignorant people who have been gravitated to that, under Snoop Dogg and all that. That's just a low form of manhood, in my opinion. And I don't have any respect for him, in that respect. Dressing up. How old is he now?
62, right?
Okay,
Yeah,
and
65.
he should be better than that. I mean, walking around with a cup and
see, and that's the thing too.
You know what? I've gotten to the
world-
point where you really can't judge people.
I'm not. Okay,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm just telling you what. Okay, I hear what you're saying.
Because he has to meet his own fate. I have to meet mine.
Yep.
You have to meet yours. So whatever he did that was bad in the eye of the beholder, that's for him to deal with. Like, I thought the same thing about Bishop when I first would see him around. I was like, ugh, and had my opinions about him. But I got to know him as a person. And he's very likable. Bishop is a very, very likable person.
There are a lot of people who portray an image that's just unnecessary. I understand, but my thing is evolving. I understand what you're saying about how, he started off, did what he had to do, the hustle, but he's still selling ignorance. And my thing is, like, when are you going to start deciding, listen, you can be, like, for you to say, I'd be okay with my daughter laying on the thing, that's not what a father should say.
That's your opinion, though.
Yeah, and that's all I have is my opinion, because I wouldn't want him influencing my daughter. I wouldn't want him influencing my son, because I think there's more to life than holding a gold cup, and that's just my opinion.
And it is a matter of perspective, because even Bishop was like, these women, they getting the fake this and the fake that and the fake that and
the skinny jeans
and the skinny jeans. And he was talking about how back when he was growing up, they didn't have a lot of money, so they wanted to look good, which is why he still works at looking good. Now, his idea of looking good is different.
Yeah.
I know, even with me, I told him, I know you look at me and think I need to do my hair, and I understand. Because he's from a different generation. So he looks at this and think, what in the world, that girl's hair? Because that's not where he comes from. And you look at his suit and say, ooh, because that's not where you come from.
There's a time and place for that suit. Not at 11 o'clock. What time was the show?
11 in the morning.
Okay, that suit is not, unless you just getting in. But for you to get up in the morning and put that on.
But he had a designer on the show.
Yep.
And that designer made a very good point about people should dress in a way to express themselves, not necessarily follow a trend or, wear whatever. That what you do wear is an expression of yourself. And so maybe he feels that is an expression of himself.
You're right.
There's no other Bishop Don Juan.
You're right. And he's made a living showcasing that and selling that. And
now he has a church.
Oh, Lord.
He doesn't have a church.
He better not have a church.
No.
Church. That's funny. I'm like, okay, I'm done. If he's got a church, and them people all going to hell. But no,
so
shout out
we got news.
We love you, Aaron.
It is now time for.
Oh, you guys have a song for the?
Yes, we do.
So you waiting for the news?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's waiting for Ron to join us.
So he.
I think he was
thinking about that Mexican woman slapping him.
Yes.
Okay, so.
You have an affirmation, because that's not what we're doing.
No, I thought that's what you said.
We're doing news.
The news.
The news. Okay.
Affirmation of the day.
That makes me miss Speedy.
Wow. Okay, we did have it.
Here we go.
Now it's time
For the Poetess Report. With starring the Poetess.
This just in.
Your mouth.
Okay.
Oh, hilarious. That's funny. Does Speedy say that?
Yeah, he usually does.
He says this just in.
No, she does that part. He
I'm
does
about
that
to say.
Should we do it again? Do you want to do it?
No, I don't. I'm good.
He's like, all right.
I'm just learning.
A Maine man dressed as a pine tree was arrested this week after cops say he refused to stop blocking the intersection. Asher Woodworth was approached by officers with the Portland police when they said he appeared to cover head to toe in what looks like a bush. And we have a video here. Let's take a look at it.
Oh, goodness.
sure. Hey, officer, how are you?
Look at this clown.
That is hilarious.
So they let him go the first time, but he continued to stand in the middle of the intersection blocking traffic. So they arrested him on a misdemeanor, and he was later released on a $60 cash bond.
It would have been funny if some dogs came up and just... That's stupid.
So did he
Good
say
Halloween
why he
costume.
was doing it?
He said it was his artistic
Expressions?
performance.
Oh, okay.
Now, I'm going to assume this was a white dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
Okay. Because the brother would have been weed.
Definitely. A man
trees.
finds $10,000 in a shopping cart and returns it.
Shit.
Wow.
Well, you know those carts. It's hard once you get them out of the lot.
Yeah, they have that-
That wheel stops.
Yeah, especially the 99-cent store.
And everything has cameras now. There's
Everywhere.
cameras.
I don't know.
If you found $10,000 in the parking lot,
No, he
in
could
a
have.
cart,
That was a come up, but
Yeah.
the person. It happened at a tractor supply company. You know, like one of those
oh, that's kind of different.
Home Depot
Yeah.
type stores.
Oh.
A manager from an owner of a restaurant left an envelope with her day's receipts and the $10,000 in the shopping cart while she was shopping at the tractor company. And a couple found it, actually, and they turned it in, didn't leave a name, just said, hey, somebody left this, and walked out of the store. The lady later called the store to ask if anybody turned in the money. And luckily, somebody did. They don't know who, so they weren't able to reward the
It was
people.
me.
Wow.
I would have left a note. I would have gone to the store people and said, I found an envelope. If somebody calls about an envelope, call me at this number.
Right.
And then if somebody called, I would give it to them. But if nobody called,
10
I would
G's.
think,
Exactly. I would have been. It was only 5 in the envelope. I don't know what other 5 went.
I think I would have turned it in, but I would have picked who I turned it into because I didn't want them to keep it. I would have to document it to where I would have turned it into a police officer or somebody, not to the store. Because I wouldn't trust the store people.
Me
Yeah,
neither.
me
That's
neither.
why
I
I
wouldn't
tell them,
trust them.
call me at this number
think
because
that's
I
a good
found
way
an
to do it.
envelope.
Yeah.
If somebody calls about an envelope,
And tell me what was in it.
yes,
Yeah.
and then they can have it
How
because I
much?
wouldn't.
Yeah, and then I would.
If you a penny off,
and
hey,
each week,
Yes.
each week I'd spend some of it.
right,
Each week, if you don't call me each week, I'm spending.
Right.
Because I'm gonna have some new sneaks. What you giving me? Hey man, that envelope.
right.
I'm always good with if I find something, I have a tendency to return it.
Yeah, me too.
I will look though first.
Yeah.
You're not a returner.
It depends. 10 G's. I don't know, y'all. Times is rough. I'm pink notices.
At this point in time, I would have not returned it probably. But then
It would
I
have
would
gone
have
into
thought-
our fun, right?
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
I would have thought of karma because it was another business owner's money. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always thinking
That's
that.
right.
I'm always thinking
Karma
that.
is a bitch.
You know, I mean, if my hand had been itching the day before, I'd be like, oh, here it is. That's that money.
Oh, God bless me. Look.
Yeah, a lot of people do take it as a blessing.
I would God. Ain't God good? That's what I would have said.
And you know that woman was tripping when she got home.
Oh.
And realized
Remember,
she did.
Speedy lost his 10 G's on tour, remember?
Did he ever find it? Somebody turned it in?
No, I think what he had to do, it was a cashier's check and he lost it, and then it took like 6 months or something like that. Luckily it was a cashier's check, but it took 6 months to get it back. He got it back, but hey man, he was dying.
Yeah, it's nothing like
Luckily,
losing
he's
something
casual.
is the worst thing when you lose something. And you just like, when you find it, it's always great. But
Yeah.
when you lose it and you're like, you just feel so, just like it's all on you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You can't blame
blame
anybody.
nobody.
You're like,
Yeah.
man, I
Yeah.
can't believe it.
Yeah.
And then when somebody else loses something, you really go off. How can you lose that? What's wrong with you? Crazy? You losing something? You're like,
I hate
Need
losing
to be
stuff.
more
One time
responsible.
I lost my last $60. I was walking to the store, and it was my last $60. It was in my Adidas sweatpants.
Oh, really?
I unzipped the pocket. Ron, could you open the gate?
My Adidas.
That was my last $60.
Ain't nothing like losing your last. But look at you
that's
now.
worse.
Look at you now. So it wasn't your last. It wasn't your last.
Okay, next story. Did you guys hear about the 16-year-old African-American teen who woke up from a coma speaking fluent Spanish?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. That's amazing.
They say that that's not a rare occurrence, that
Really?
has happened before. But 16-year-old Georgia kid described how he woke up from a coma speaking Spanish instead of English.
That's weird.
Ruben, I hope I said his last name right, Insama, was playing a goalie. He was playing soccer.
Wow.
That's a
Okay.
Spanish.
Well,
Spanish sport.
influence.
Yep, and so he was actually accidentally kicked in the head and got a concussion. Was in a coma for a few days, and then woke up speaking Spanish. He thinks it's subconscious because his brother studied Spanish and spoke it fluently.
Oh, no, he just found out who his real daddy is now.
Oh wow! I think I have a video of the story here.
Okay.
Oh, look at this. All right.
Wow,
now.
he's a circle.
Fancy.
I'm Beowulf for it.
Minus the ad.
Yeah, you got to do that. Huh?
Okay.
Goddamn ads.
There was a lady, too, who went into a coma and woke up with a British accent. Did you see that? And she's going through therapy now to try to get rid of the British accent.
Really?
3 days in a coma, a teenager found he was only able to speak Spanish when he woke up. Wow. The Georgia teen was playing goalie for his travel soccer team. You see him there when he was kicked in the head by an opponent. He was airlifted to the hospital where he spent 3 days in a coma. When he finally regained consciousness, he only spoke Spanish, a language his parents say he has never spoken fluently before.
Sometimes I daze out. Sometimes, I feel like I'm not there, but I am.
Not
That's
dear.
scary. Now, obviously, his ability to speak English has returned, and the teen says he believes he subconsciously remembers Spanish from listening to his friends and his brother speak the language in the past.
Wow, that is so bizarre.
Wow, I guess. Well, now he should go ahead and take a class.
Right. I mean, so he can't do both. He's just back to the English and he forgot the Spanish.
Right, that's what I want to know.
I don't know.
And if you kick him in the head twice, will he speak French?
Go through the nationality.
Damn, Lewis. Okay, so Tony Braxton, who's been in and out of the hospital the past couple months, is back on stage, and she was pictured with a heart monitor strapped to her chest during a concert about a week or so ago. She's on tour, the Hits Tour. And she, as many know, she has lupus, and I guess the doctor suggested that she wear a heart monitor to, prevent or monitor any upcoming heart attacks or strokes.
Wow.
I didn't know lupus was tied to all that.
Yeah, it is. One of my girlfriends has lupus, and when I tell you, she's always constantly in pain, and it makes her job hard for her to do every day. But she keeps working, and but it is really painful, and there's not a lot of treatments and stuff like that. So she's definitely gone vegan now.
Is that helping?
No, but I mean, the only thing that's helping
she
is
should try the cannabis. I've been hearing so many things about this cannabis oil, the pure cannabis oil, that's been actually shrinking tumors and.
Oh, really?
And it's supposed to have like a strong cancer-fighting agent in it. And I've been hearing stories about how it helps, it heals and helps so much more quickly than the pharmaceuticals that they have.
Now, I understand. Wasn't she dating that guy?
Birdman, yes.
Yes.
Still dating?
Yeah, she's still
with him
dating.
and bought him on stage. I think he's been on tour with her too, off and on.
He's a different
Can
kind
you
of guy.
imagine?
No, I
Ain't
can't.
nothing in the world. I don't care.
It's the fact that you kiss dudes that bother me most.
Yeah, that too.
What,
But
he kisses dudes?
Yeah, remember he was kissing Lil Wayne in the mouth and allegedly.
Are you serious?
Really?
Yeah,
Allegedly,
they got
the pictures
They got
there.
pictures of Diddy. I don't know.
Wait,
Really?
what is going on with these guys now? I mean, what is?
Anyway, moving on to a little politics. Colin Powell has come out and is going to jump parties and endorse Hillary Clinton.
That says a lot.
And we were having a little bit of a discussion about Hillary off air, and someone, Chris from Connecticut, posted a question in the chat room. Is like, why are you mad if people decide that they don't want to vote, or if they're voting, blindly?
What do you mean blindly?
Like not really knowing a lot about the candidate that they're voting for. So
because that's not.
Well, I mean, it's
because a lot of people gloss over and they're saying, that the Clintons did all these things, but I look at it this way: would Hillary? I'm sure whether she was male or female, she would still catch flack. But would she have as much flack if she were a male? Because all the presidents got dirt on their hands. I mean, it ain't
not even just presidents, politicians in general.
Politicians, period. So what makes her different? I mean,
yeah.
If she's able to roll with the big boys like she's been doing the past 30 years.
That's right.
Well, it's so funny. Oprah, you were saying you worked on the show. Oprah said, you ain't got to like her. She ain't got to be your friend.
Yeah,
but you gotta care about this company. Yeah, that's what she said. She's not coming over your house because people are saying, "Oh, I don't trust her." He's like, you ain't gotta trust her.
Right.
You gotta love this.
I think it boils down to
America.
just people got issues with women.
Yeah.
Women got issues with women. Men got issues with women. It's just
especially in power.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it's something that we are just not comfortable with. I mean, it's something like with Barack, we all wanted to see a black man be in power, and he was the one that could handle it and showcase us. And white people have had to they've had more practice dealing with men of power, black men who have power, and seeing them at high, like with athletes and dealing with their, know, how to, and
like a magic.
Yeah. And so with women, it's just something that's now in front of you, and we're just not trained or educated on how to treat women who are strong, who just match you, who match us.
Yeah.
We're just not, and women have a problem with other women who is not their girlfriend. And even with their girlfriend, they got problems with it.
That's true.
I mean, that's just I mean, I hate to generalize, but females just got so many issues. Of course, being surrounded by all these females here, but
but you're not talking about us.
No, y'all cool, but the ones outside of you all, I mean, it's just, men got issues too, but it seems like women just have so much going on that it's hard for them to get a solid foundation because they're getting hit from so many sides. They're getting hit from the kids, the males, the female friends. And the female friends are not the way they used to be. You used to be able to count on each other. Now it seems like you guys cannot count on each other the way you used to. It's like it was very seldom women would sell each other out. Very seldom certain things, and this is across the board, men too. It was certain things like you could know that your girlfriend wouldn't get with your man.
Yeah.
You could bet that wouldn't happen. You could guarantee that if you told a girl a secret, she would only at least tell 3 other people.
Only 3 other
now
people.
she's telling 16.
Now it's on Twitter, Instagram.
Yeah, and it's presented in a way to really to hurt you. It seems to me like women have a way now where they really it's evil. They really want to hurt each other. And before you didn't see that. They told each other the truth, but now it's like y'all want to cause pain with one another. And it's like, and men are stepping into that world too, because we're acting like women so much, where we're just being snippy with each other and snitching on each other and sleeping with other people's women, like Derek Fisher and them.
Yeah,
it's just certain things, it's certain lines that are being crossed.
Russell, he snitched on Nick Young or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, it's like Scottie Pippen
weird.
and Future.
Oh, yeah, Future.
And then Future puts the little thing up and says, "See, I'm with you." I mean, and that was certain things you just didn't do. It was a code. And it's like everybody's going against the code because everybody's about self right now.
Yeah.
It's so, it's like God, this Facebook and all this stuff got people thinking, if I see one more person talking about in the hospital, in the bed, talking about this is my current situation, just
it's kind of depressing. It shocks me when I see somebody in the bed looking like,
I'm about to have surgery. I just did this.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't really want to see your knee with the scar.
Right,
I just don't.
You're not that important. It's like your family should be able to come to visit you. Everybody in Facebook should not be trying to get likes because you just had a heart attack or something.
I totally agree.
Like, come on, man.
I agree, but I did. Did y'all see Courtney G's comeback? His first performance.
No,
you know Courtney G.
I know you. We talked about it.
I agree, but I have enjoyed following him with his.
That's the comeback.
Well, that's
But at first, you remember he was recognizing what happened and in the pain and in the hospital, and so I went on the whole journey. But he's funny too. So he makes it entertaining.
What about Rodney?
These guys are entertainers.
Yeah.
Who can take you on this journey.
But regular people, I agree.
I totally agree.
I agree.
It's like and I know, everybody. It's like everybody's famous now. Everybody's Facebook famous or Instagram famous, and it's just like everybody should just find their lane.
Yeah.
It's like we care. People come see Rodney Perry in concert.
Yeah.
They don't come see you in concert.
Right.
It's your mom and dad. Your concert's going to be your immediate family, and all of them won't come.
Yeah.
True that.
It's just like, come on. Stop.
I've been pretty good with my friends, though. I think right now, at this point, I don't know if it's me changing or whatever, but I have a lot of really wonderful, supportive, positive, powerful, beautiful sisters around me.
That's good.
So that's good. And then even on my Instagram, I enjoy going to Instagram. The problem is there's so many things that I want to like. It's like I could be there all day.
Right.
But I choose who I want to follow.
But in your group of sisters that you say are a group, can you 1 to 10, you know which one's going to fall off first? Can you kind of gauge, okay, she's a sister, but she ain't gonna be all the way. She just on for this ride.
Oh yeah.
It's just kind of like, that's what I'm saying. Is like everybody wants to be your best friend, and you're not really real. You're faking.
I got you. Some of them are there for a lifetime, and some of them are there because.
I tend to my relationships. My female relationships are people I've been friends with over 30 years. Like my best friend is still the girl from 6th grade.
Yeah, I got mine too.
We don't ever talk every day.
Yep.
Those to me are my friends.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But the Hollywood friendships and stuff like that, no.
Or I call it the women you meet in the bathroom.
Right.
Because women can go in the bathroom and come out and be best friends with the woman they were sitting with. It's amazing.
Yeah, no. Yes. I definitely know the difference. Yeah. Just saying.
Because California is the only place I've ever been where if you meet a guy or whatever, he asking you for your number. Yo, man, let's hook up. Let me get your number. Yo, man, you asking me for my number? I don't know you. I already got that part taken care of. Yeah. I got a group of friends.
Then how do you make friends when you connect with somebody?
Well, then if I see you again and then see you again, but we just not going to be immediate friends. Right. It's like if I work with you, then we friends. We work together. But if I'm out hanging out at a party, function, hey, what's up? We laugh and we joke and we have some drinks, and I got a couple friends there, then guys will say, hey, yo, man, let me get your number. Whoa.
Yes,
for you, most likely it's a Hollywood thing too. They know that you're a comedian. They know that you're successful.
They're trying to be connected. When are they going to see you again?
I want to get into your next show.
See, I don't see it. See, that's what I'm saying. As a man, you don't see yourself like that because when you with men, it's the way men size each other up is like, all right, in this group, who can I beat? Fight. I can beat him up. I can beat him up. All right, he's soft. He's like, all right, I'm cool now. All right, he tripping. He got an attitude. He weak. He soft. I think he gay. It's just like you able to figure it out. So you're just everybody's the same in
to
that
you,
respect.
But they're all looking and saying, I know I can beat him up. I know I can beat him up. He's gay. Ooh, I can make some money with this brother.
Because Speedy's having that problem too. Doing the movie, he said he's getting calls and hit up on his inbox on people he ain't heard from. Yes. Like people saying, yo, I want to come to the premiere. He's like, yo, I ain't even talking to you. Like,
yes.
What makes you think I'm going to put you on the list of my premiere?
Yes.
And I ain't talk to you. I mean, we might be Facebook like
Speedy
friends.
about to go on tour.
That's hilarious.
But I did see some of those comments of people saying, yo, man, I want to remember me when the premiere. For what? He don't even talk to you. Like, really?
Yeah.
I think, it's cool to have friends who were your friends before all that happened, But then again, you're right. You get new friends and you get people who want to be your friend.
But even your old friends, when situations start to change for you,
they can sometimes
they'll always say something like, you're changing, but they're changing the way that they are being around you.
Yeah, and you have to change.
And that's what I was. You got to change.
You got to change because
some random chick inboxed me a while ago saying, I heard you changed. Don't, Poetess, please tell me you didn't change.
Should have said, yeah, I hike more.
Exactly.
What's the quote that Muhammad Ali says? If you're thinking the same way at 20, at the age of
Yes.
40, then you
Yes.
have not
Problem.
grown. Yeah.
Right.
But
Yeah.
you know that those people who do that, they're really asking you in subtext, hey, I need a friend. I'm in pain. I'm not happy. You know, can you send me some happiness? Because the one thing I know about a lot of people just are not happy. They're just unhappy with themselves. They got to go home and deal with themselves every day. You know how hard that must be for some people? Because you don't even want to deal with them. So you imagine them dealing with themselves 24/7.
Yeah.
You're like, man, your life sucks. You know, and you're trying to bring that on me.
Where you from?
I'm from Philadelphia. Philadelphia,
Really?
Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah, straight off 58th and Woodland Avenue. My friends are Fat Paul, Peanut, and Boogie. Peanut just got married. He's so
It was funny because somebody left a voicemail. I don't think it was your boy. He's somebody in your crew.
Yeah,
though,
yeah, I forgot who it
from
was.
Philly.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Lewis was talking about, but he left a long message here at the studio saying, Lewis, now you know. We don't get down like that. That's not how we roll. Lewis. He's old school, like
old school,
really?
old friends will check you, man,
They
and that's
really
what they're
will.
there for.
They
Yeah.
really will.
Yeah.
You know, when you
That's what
start getting outside of
I
yourself.
love my old friendships.
I do too.
I really, yeah.
That's
I'm
one
at
thing
my
that-
friend quota, actually.
And that's one thing that Facebook is good for. I mean, because the tight ones I've stayed connected to outside before Facebook even started. But now with Facebook, I got elementary school
Yeah, that's
people and middle school, and we were all close. You know, so it's
And
kind of
it's,
cool.
it's nothing funny if somebody you haven't talked to in 30 years. What you been doing? Hey, man, a lot,
Yeah.
man. Really, I've been doing a lot.
Right,
so.
I can't really.
Yeah, but it's it's fun. So, hey, so back to politics. That's what we're on, right?
Right.
The
Yeah,
whole thing.
sorry.
I mean, this election is. I mean, Trump is Trump. He's got issues. I mean, what's funny? It's nothing funny than watching these surrogates sit on there and try to defend him.
Right.
Oh, yes.
CNN has made it CNN is just setting up the whole Trump. They're going to do a whole Trump. You know, like in a year or 2 years, they're going to do a Trump special where they're going to put everything together because everything is a mini series for
Yeah.
CNN.
Yes.
Yes.
Everything is a mini. And with Don Lemon, he's so emotional, and Anderson
He is so
Cooper.
mature.
I mean, it's just those guys. I mean,
That's
Is it
what
just
I'm
me?
saying. It's a whole, just like, and this is how I took the mean tweets. You guys watched that the
Yes.
other night with Jimmy Kimmel and the president.
Oh,
was on.
yes. Yes.
When he read the tweet that Donald Trump said and said, well, at least I'll go down as president. So that was a subliminal message to me that Hillary has already been chosen. Like, some people might say, oh, you're just looking too deep into it. No, he says you're not going down as president.
right.
Well, I hope.
Well, I think I truly believe that there's a group
And they
of
got
people.
somebody like Trump to guarantee her win.
Yeah, the 1%ers. I
That's
think
why they got rid of Bernie. That's why
they took Barack in the room and they sat him down. Said, "This is the deal. This is what's going to happen. You're going to be president. We've checked you out totally. Everything is good. You can't do A, B, C, D. And that's why So that's why your kids always tell the truth, because when the little girl was smoking, you would think she pulled her aside and said, "Listen, these little white girls going to set you up. They're going to they so mean." So I mean, I just think I agree with you, Poetess. I think it's already said and done. Because this man
hope so, but
cannot
still vote.
He cannot be that ignorant. No, you have to vote.
Yeah, I voted early, actually.
You have to
Yeah,
vote.
y'all vote. But Psychic Wayne said that Hillary's going to get it too. Remember? He said Hillary's going to get it.
and he's been saying
It's too
this
early.
for a couple
no,
years.
I thought you said Hillary's going to get it, but she's going to have a tough reign, right? And Donald Trump is still going to make some money.
So,
Yeah.
you guys trying to tell me there are really people who are psychics?
We'll
Here we
find out.
go. Here we go.
He's not a psychic. He's a tarot
tarot
card reader. He reads cards.
What does that mean?
You'll see. It's
You'll
going to be
see.
interesting.
Is this stuff real? I mean,
But you were kind of on it with me. But
He's
we'll talk
on
about
it with
that.
a lot of stuff, man.
I
I
was
think
on
it's-
point in my situation too. But before we get to Wayne and go to our break,
how can you be a psychic
we'll
and your
ask-
name would be weird, Wayne?
was it supposed to be Abdullah Kula
Something.
Fayula?
Wayne.
Anyway,
Wayne. Does he have an accent and stuff?
No, none of that.
You want him to have the accent. Like,
Wayne, I'm just gonna warn you. Don't be offended if Lou.
He
says
should. He should
anything.
already know. Shouldn't he know? He's a psychic. He should already know.
Right.
It should be on one of those cards.
Stand up for myself. I don't get offended.
Oh, good. Okay.
He just gets psychic. He doesn't get offended.
Right.
Anyway, before we get into Wayne, You guys see how they defaced the Donald Trump star?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
He had a star. He has a star.
He
I
has
didn't
a
know
star.
He
either.
owed $30,000.
Well, this guy,
I was about to say
James,
that looks
Otis-
that looks like Cosby's. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Wow. I thought when I first saw it on the news
I
that
love
somebody
him.
shitted on it. That's what I thought. But
They
anyway,
did some work with that one. What did
well,
they
let me
use?
tell you, this guy has come forward, James Otis. He says that he posed as a construction worker. Wow. So he had, I guess, the little jackhammer and all that. He said he wanted to actually pull the star up intact so he can auction it off and pay the victims that Donald Trump allegedly assaulted.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's something. That's funny how they went after Cosby, but Donald Trump's accusers haven't been on any magazine.
Right.
They've been on television.
Yeah, I'm talking about as far
Some
as
of them, I'm sorry, I didn't really believe most of them with Cosby either, but that chick on the airplane that said it was okay when he touched me up top, but when he started going, I was like, okay, this bitch is trying to set up. Yeah.
Didn't they start taking Trump's name off of some of his hotels?
Did they?
No,
I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, that's what I
his shit.
heard.
How you do that?
And that's what I wondered. I said, if they're taking it off, how can they do that if it's really
dropped
his?
his ass like a hot potato. I know that.
And then they were talking about if Arnold can do it because of his. But hey, that tape though, him and Billy Bush was going in.
Weren't they?
They were going. That's some white privilege right there.
Really, it really was. But Billy
I
Bush
mean-
paid the price. I know he's like, fuck.
I mean, he got paid, didn't he?
Yeah, he got paid out.
But he was
They gotta
already.
pay him out.
He's Bush money, right?
Yeah, and he's gonna continue
He
to work.
already white boys like that always get gigs, so we'll be seeing him pop up on some other shit.
He's related
pretty
to the
soon.
Yeah.
Bushes.
Let Lester Holt say that.
Yeah.
That'd be a whole different.
Trump
Or
just
John
removed
Lemon.
his name from
Not
his
John Lemon,
hotels
Don
due
Lemon.
to plummeting businesses. Maybe that's a lie. Let me see.
Oh, really? Which
Let me see.
outlet is that, though?
Yeah, let me see. What's in the name? It's a revolt.
Yeah.
New York Times. Wait a minute.
Yeah, if it's something like that, then.
Okay. Forbes. Why Trump is taking the cast off? Oh, okay. I'll look.
Trump is well, one thing I will say, Trump probably lost a lot of money on this.
Mm-hmm.
But he's known for losing money though.
Hilarious. That's funny.
Yeah.
He's known those casinos was even Hillary tried to clown talking about how do you lose money owning a casino?
Hillary's funny. Hillary just don't have no rhythm. She's just not camera friendly. She's just
She's
a
just
regular.
not warm.
No, she's not.
she's just
I'm
not-
sure she is in person. They say.
I mean, I probably would have had that same look, but when Mary J. Blige was singing to her on the Apple thing,
Yeah.
her face, I was like, really? Can you act like you're halfway enjoying it? She was looking like, if this bitch don't shut the fuck up, I was like, wow.
But then again, you got to look at.
She has
You
no
want
person-
somebody that got balls, whether they're female or not.
But you look
damn.
at, but you look at, you look
That
at
would've-
Michelle Obama. It's really hard to follow that.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
How
that,
do you?
I mean that rhythm, but that family. I mean,
She rapping.
Will
I
Bill
love
feel
her.
like a bitch being the first?
No, you
no, because he was already
Oh,
president.
yeah.
So, this,
He's
this,
the first man, like the
and he would have felt like that
First husband.
if she was president before him.
Yeah.
But once you've been president, nothing should bother you the rest of your life.
Hillary's doing good, though. She did good at that Al Smith dinner, don't you think? Did y'all see
Yeah,
that?
I saw that. That was pretty
I don't think
witty.
I saw
Yeah,
that.
that was pretty witty.
Trump just went in. Like I
He
was like,
did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the
he,
dinner where they
he
were both
went
at?
off script
Yeah.
and did his own jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she kept a straight face, and she just smiled. And
Oh, I'm just she
can play the game.
She can play the role. I'm just you wonder what their sex life is like. Does she
I know.
ever
They-
get
they
excited?
not
Well,
even
you know they
I
always
think about
said
that
that
too.
they said that she likes
Women? That's what I heard too.
Really?
Allegedly.
allegedly.
but wouldn't that come out now while they're really searching
They-
for stuff?
Yeah, because I mean, her and Whitney, they would have been together by now.
Oh wow!
I'm sorry.
You said she'd be dead.
No, but
She'd have hid that.
She'd have kept Whitney out of that tub.
Oh,
Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's just. I mean, how, you would think her daughter would stay away from the tub. It's just like, I mean, come on. I'd take showers the rest of my life after my mama tried.
Kind of would too.
Yeah.
I mean,
damn.
I mean, that's the last. Let me, when her boyfriend said, "Let me draw you a bath," be like, "Hey, hey, wait a minute, hold on, hey, no, I'll take a quick shower." No, she
We're like, yeah.
I'd have just put my feet in the water. I'm sorry. Let me stop.
Yeah.
Whitney was. Oh, I mean, that was just so sad when she was. But all of our. I mean, they all. I mean, just.
Being Bobby Brown was my favorite reality show ever, though.
Oh my God.
It was a train wreck, and I found out it was
that
on Bravo.
and Anna Nicole Smith was.
Yeah, those two were some serious.
That was the first one I really was watching like on a regular basis.
Oh, really?
And Homie ended up getting a little girl, right?
Yeah,
it was his child.
That girl is a teenager now. It's crazy, beautiful, look just like her mama.
What is Michael Jackson's kids doing now?
You hear about this story, 30-year-old story about this woman is coming out now saying that Michael Jackson molested her.
Yes, that she has,
and that she has proof.
They just showed it on TMZ.
He's paid her $90,000 or $900,000 over the past. I'm like, bitch.
She came with the receipts, though. She did.
Well,
why though? Why?
Why are you coming out now, bitch? You done got paid.
Because she's suing the estate. I'm not saying I don't agree with it. I'm just saying this is
so she's gonna be able to get more money even though she already got $90,000.
$900,000.
$900,000.
Catherine ain't giving up no money.
Somebody talked to her too.
Tito gonna say Tito waiting for his. That's fan. I mean, that's. Man,
oh my gosh.
It's just, I mean, you can imagine the things that are going to come out on people 20 years from now. I mean, it's just the different stuff that people, and everything's documented now.
Everything.
I mean, it's just like they're going to have tape on. I mean, that's how you know Barack and his family is so legit because.
Right.
They can't find shit.
They can't find anything.
And they tried with
except her dancing like a little, yeah.
And that ain't nothing.
And that ain't nothing.
But thank God.
But y'all have it hard. Men have it hard. I mean, we've talked a lot about the ways women have it hard, but y'all with your sperm, this molestation, you can get in trouble real easy. Mm-hmm. Touch a woman and it's just.
Well, yeah, that's why you have to as a man you have to keep your boundaries. It's all about boundaries. It's about boundaries with women. It's about not being like I remember when I was with my kids. If it was. I would never let a kid in my car with my kids until I spoke to the parents. You can't get in. Call your mom and dad because you're not getting in my car because I'm driving. It's just like even now, coaching now, when we do little camps and the kids, we had a little girl at the camp. It was all boys basketball, but it was one little girl at the camp. So and she was about 10. So she had to go to the bathroom. So I was telling the other coach, "Come on, let's go. We got to walk her to the bathroom." I wasn't going by myself. I didn't go in the bathroom with her. Yeah. But it's going to be 2 against 1. We both. Why I got to go? Hey man, because I need somebody to know that she went in the bathroom, came out.
Right.
I'm not going to put You really have to be so proactive now, not to touch kids, even little boys. Just giving them high fives, like girls, like kids still want to come up and hug you.
Yeah,
and just
it's a shame. Is it gotten?
Yeah, no, you got to give. It's high five. That's what you have to do.
I don't know if it was you, Tangi, or somebody was telling me about how now at the daughter-daddy dances, the father has to get background check.
That was me. That was Palm Springs. He just went to one, and his daughter goes to a Catholic school, and he had to get a background check and take 3 hours worth of classes. In order to get this background check. I had never heard of this.
Wow.
And
all the fathers?
Yes, all of them. Everybody has to do these classes. And I was just like, wow.
What do you think of that, Lou?
Well, see, now that's public school because the private schools, they just had the father-daughter picnic at Marlboro and nobody had to get background check. But on television, if you work on any show that has a kid, you have to get a background check.
Really? That's
any
true.
Show,
yes.
All coaches. That's why you can trust that all coaches have not had any criminal because they have to have a background check. You can't work with kids at all.
But the teachers have to have background because it's a lot of teachers, but they're still.
Well, that's just some perverted people. Yeah, but you just have to. You have a complete background check and if you come back, anything comes back, you're not. Especially the private schools, you're not working. You're not even going near the kids. You can't even coach until you've been cleared.
To
And it's just-
volunteer at the school now, you got to get a background check and you.
Really?
And that's the
Yeah.
whole thing
Public
of just
schools.
That's the
Well,
whole.
he's in the charter. They're in the charter school.
Okay.
but,
That's the whole thing of documentate. The whole thing of knowing what is documenting
That's kinda
everybody.
scary.
That's the whole thing. Is that when they punch your name up, they want to be able. Authorities want to be able to say, "Oh, there they are."
Right.
There they are. Because otherwise, you're under the radar. You're not. Everybody has to be on the radar now for America because America knows how crooked it is. So they got to be able to drop it on somebody. If something goes down, they got to be able to plant somebody in there. I mean,
Right.
if you believe in conspiracies,
Right.
that's the whole game now. And we know who the most perverted people are. It's white males. So that's part of the reason why they're making sure that you don't look at them. Because if you look at the majority of perverts are white males. Because they have so many issues with themselves and they put it on other people. It's just sick the way these men, the way they. I mean, what? I can't even conceive how you can mess with a child.
I don't either.
How does that go through your mind? This is like somebody was bringing up Sandusky in the chat room. And shit, and that went on for years. Different children, and people knew about it.
You don't. I mean, it's just sweet.
I even feel. Sorry to cut you off. Gingrich was out of line in the interview that he did
with Kelly.
the female
Yeah, I wanted to say
reporter. That was on his mind. He talking about all you think about is sex, nigga. You thinking about fucking her there on TV.
It's the white male. They just. I mean, we're so sexualized now. And this is what's so funny. If you watch a lot of the commercials now, they're so subtle now with all the interracial couples.
Yes.
But they're all black women with
white men.
White men.
Yeah.
It's like it's so.
I seen a commercial with a white grandparents with a black
child
with a black.
I saw that too, and I said, why did they do? What was? Yeah, I saw that.
You don't see the black male, especially what I call the Ralph Angels.
The white woman.
You don't see no Ralph Angels where it's dark skinned man with a beard, masculine, doing. You might see him doing the hair. That one commercial where the brother's doing the hair, but you won't see him with no blonde white girl. You won't see that. You won't, that white male is not putting that image out there. And those are the ones who are in charge, booking those commercials, making sure, even if you see a black man, he doesn't even look black. You got to look hard.
Yeah.
Is he a brother? It's just, and that's a good thing about Oprah. She's putting her and Tyler Perry are putting dark-skinned people on TV.
They love
McDonald's is the only one that puts dark-skinned people in their commercial.
That's true.
You gonna see
can
it,
I make a comment about the new Medea movie?
Did you see it?
I haven't seen that or Birth of a Nation. Oh. But people have been coming out pissed off because Medea's movie did way bigger in numbers than the Birth of a Nation.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't see how you can be mad at people wanting, even though a lot of us think the Medea movies are, coonish or whatever we think about them, corny or whatever. Mm-hmm. I don't think that really should be compared because now with today's racial climate, a lot of people ain't rushing out to see another slave movie, even though a lot of us that are progressive or whatever say, okay, we want to support this movie because it's black. It tells a black history. It tells it was written and produced by a black person or whatever. But a lot of people might not want to deal with that. And they use a Medea movie as sort of an escape, like this show. A lot of people say they listen to this show because it makes them laugh or whatever. But can you really be mad at someone because they went to see Medea instead of Birth of a Nation?
No, again, that's these people on Facebook who now think that somebody cares about their opinion. And basically, we all knew how Nat Turner was going to end. We knew how that movie was going to end. Medea's, that's just, you want to laugh. People want to laugh when I laugh at the commercials when she fires the gun and say, I ain't playing that. I think the funniest things in the movies they already show in the commercials, but
have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen a Medea movie.
What about Birth of a Nation?
I saw Birth of a Nation.
What'd you think?
I was good. It was. I mean, I do a movie thing. I feel bad saying it, but every Wednesday, it's discounted at Magic.
$6.
So I pay $6 and I see like at least 3 movies.
Oh, that's cool.
We have
That's
a call.
good. That's good.
Yes.
Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
I'm Chris from Connecticut.
Hey, Chris.
Hi, Chris from Connecticut.
Hey, what's up, Chris?
Hey, what's up, Lewis Dix? I'm really enjoying the show. I also want to say that congratulations to Pam Baker with her relationship with Terrence Trent D'Arby.
You don't look like Terrence Trent D'Arby. That's like funny.
No.
He's light skinned with freckles.
Sorry, but okay, next. Thank you, though.
And also,
All right.
I'm also just enjoying the show, and it's incredible to see the input between a woman's perspective and Lou Dix's perspective on what men should be, and the input on the women on what women should be. And I just want to thank Poetess for the platform to give a great show for her.
Thank you,
Thank
Chris.
you, Chris.
Way to go, Chris.
Chris, you're the one that actually posed the question about voting today. What was your actual question?
Well, my question was because last night I got into a huge argument with somebody. It was actually my neighbor. I got in an argument with them about I voted in the last 3 elections, but this election, forgive me, but I don't think I'm going to vote for my personal reasons. But the person I was arguing with, I for the sake of the argument, I asked them, so who are you voting for? And this person, besides Hillary and Donald Trump, they couldn't name any person in Congress. They couldn't name no local anything. They just was on the vehicle of, you should vote because our ancestors died. And I understand that, but that's not, you have to be more specific in the reasons why you're voting besides just taking the pride of voting. And again, I'm not against voting or anything like that, but it's just, you just can't just say, just vote, and you don't even know what you're voting for. It's just
because you got the propositions, you got all the stuff to vote for, and you're saying they don't know nothing about that.
They didn't even know none of the names.
That there probably was propositions.
Yes, but they just, as long as you vote, that's all that mattered to them. And I just found it intriguing, and I don't know most of the people on the page, but I see you guys as my second family, so I asked the chat room, what do you guys think about voting? Would you just vote because of the general basis of voting, or would you not vote? Because in my opinion, I don't, no matter who you vote for, they're not doing nothing about racism or police brutality or what people like me deal with every day. So that's why I'm against it now.
Do you think not voting is helping making your life will help make your life better? Not voting at all.
Well, it's both ways. That's my point. If I don't vote, or if I don't say, for argument's sake, I do vote, okay, I'll vote for, let's say, Hillary. Hillary has a reputation and a resume for the 1994 bill, which she helped push to lock away people like my father, my uncle, my cousins.
You talking about the 3 strike stuff?
Exactly. So it's why should I like her? I mean, if you think about it, Donald Trump is he's just a bigot. He just has bad things. But Hillary is the person who's actually done bad things for our community.
Yeah, but the thing is, nothing personal meant for you, but I was around when they did that 3 strikes law too, and I didn't do the 3 strikes.
Yes.
And people voted on that law.
Yeah, it was
people
passed.
Voted for that.
Yes, absolutely. That is exactly what Black people voted for law. But my point is now, I feel like in 2016 with social media and where we're connected together, I feel like and we've heard this 1,000 times, but we as Black people need to start relying on us instead of the people who have been oppressive of us. It has to be something more today than just, get out and vote to change our problems. What are we doing besides relying on them?
So what else? So what are you doing other than not voting? What are you doing to make it better for Black people? That would help our listeners.
Well, I'm playing my part as a husband and a father and career in my education and just seeing what I can do. But my question was, I'm not against, my whole movement is not on, I'm not against voting, but I just beg the question, it has to be something more than just putting faith in a system that's literally never done nothing for us.
I don't think... Okay.
But think about it. You get gunned down right now. it's going to be a majority of people in this country that will justify why it was okay to shoot you.
Yeah.
And that's where I have the problem. That's been the script for the last, like in the last 4 years. It's just things happen, and there's people that in this country that will justify why it's okay to do negative things to black people. And for me personally, I don't necessarily have faith in our country like that, like how I used to. I feel like it's something that we can do instead of just going to them to change stuff.
I don't think anybody particularly has faith per se, but I think it's a start, and it's one of the things you can do to hopefully change some things.
Yes.
I don't think it's just one thing that we all have to do. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. Yes, but I voted in the last 3 elections, and I just like personally, it's like even if I voted for the last 3 elections, it's just nothing is changing. Me voting isn't going to change a cop from doing something to me. That's not going to change institutionalized
But you should vote locally then. Vote locally.
I do. I've done that, and it's the same thing with local or Congress. It's the same exact thing. And again, I'm not against voting. It's just I think now it should be open discussion about what we can do as a community.
Well, we can talk about that while we vote. Go ahead, Lewis.
Hilarious. No, hey, Chris. So one, I think what happens. Our civic duty, that's how some older people look at it. We look at our civic duty, the older people. And I think it's no longer in the schools, because I remember they talked about it in the schools. There was a lot of conversation with the elders who we would just hear going in and out of the house as young people. We'd hear them talking. We'd hear all of a sudden they started getting loud and boisterous and important, and we knew that they were talking about something important. And then we'd hear little bits of it, and then we would go out and talk to our friends about it. Like, hey, my dad, he ain't voting. And also, we would see a lot of paraphernalia about it on billboards, papers. We saw that. It was a really visual, too. Now what you see, if you young people put more of this stuff, if the Kardashians were talking about voting, everybody be talking about voting on Instagram, Twitter, it's about how many, you see more stuff on Facebook about which girls you would do from the 80s or 90s, or which group you would take. Would you take a column A or a column B? Yeah. And that's used to be what you would see for politics, or which law, like Prop 61, Prop 56, and we don't pay attention to commercials anymore unless you're older. I mean, that's what older people do. People over 45 pay attention.
Watch CNN.
Yeah, we listen. We actually.
But that's my point. Like with a platform with like what Poetess and you guys are doing, like this is, believe it or not, this is like one of probably 10 hubs where black people can actually have, even though we joke, this is like one of the few places where we can, give our honest opinions without cooning. And it's,
they coon a little bit. but also, if I believe, like, if Black Lives Matter, if those people were required to take 6 weeks classes, less of them would march.
Exactly.
And if you look at back in the day, they actually had to take some classes to learn how to deal with it, to get there, so when they were questioned, they knew how to answer it. Now it's
that's what I was saying on the page. It's more people, black people, that's guilt-tripping people for not voting without actually understanding the dialogue. Like, I'm not against voting, but I'm just saying us together as a people, like it's like a broken record at this point, but we really need to come together. Like we can't be begging.
Right, but what hurts people saying, okay, I'm going to stand with you, Chris, is when you say I'm not going to vote. Because before there were people who didn't vote, they just didn't say it. Mm-hmm. Like if you didn't say that, we would think that you voted because you're smart, you're in tune.
I said for this, I voted the last 2 elections, but again, this is from observation. The last 3 times I voted, nothing changed. If anything, everything got worse. And the only reason I even care is because I have 2 black children myself, and that's why it's a concern. I'm like, what is...
Well, it did change because the last 2 elections you voted for a black man.
Yeah, a lot changed, babe.
So I know, but that's politics. You got to keep in mind, it takes a long time to trickle down to us. Like, there are a lot of people right now who have health care.
Okay, now before
I have Obamacare.
Before I go, I just want to again thank Poetess, because this hub is becoming abstract from comedy, and it's becoming more serious, which is a good thing. And
it's just because Speedy's gone, but okay.
And also, I want to say to Pam that a members only jacket isn't going to make it.
Trying, Chris. Hey, I like your beard, Chris, but you know, on our show, the man show, you're funny. This show is all funny. So just call us, on Friday, and your jokes will fly. But yeah, it's just that we this society right now is just the generation, I believe, is just like we were when we were teenage. We had to pay attention to more serious things because that appeased our parents.
Yeah,
it's just like you had to have a serious side.
Is everybody here going to vote?
Yes. I've already voted.
Yes.
Oh.
Definitely.
I did the early.
I
got my little sticker.
I'm going to admit I'm still a little undecided about it.
About voting?
Mm-hmm.
Well, trust me on the.
And I vote all the time too. I vote every year too, but I just
trust me those
I'm
propositions.
I'm to the point with this election. I think Hillary is definitely already chosen, so it don't matter. But that's how I think. But on Friday's show, we have a political analyst coming on the show. He's going to break down the different propositions that are on the ballot here and some of the national things that are going on in the country. He's going to break down the whole race with Hillary.
Yeah, because I'm confused
Donald
about
Trump.
Prop 56.
Yeah, I'm not.
I talked to my dad. I called my dad about it. I was
I'm
like,
not hip to any of them. That's why I'm going to have this guy come on, and he'll break down the pros and cons of the propositions. I'm sure there's mainly L.A. locally, but I'm sure there's probably some national issues we got to look at as well.
So, Chris, make sure you listen on Friday.
That's this Friday on the Rollout Show.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Which Tony Baker will be sitting in for.
I like Tony
speaker.
Baker.
Okay. Who's that?
Whose phone is that?
I don't know.
That's DJ Ron C.
That's all right.
And so we're going to take a quick break. We got Psychic Wayne in the house.
And
Can't wait to hear what Lewis's forecast is.
Oh, Lord. I'm going to need a drink.
We want to know about Lewis
He
and
won't be
cold
figuring mine
drinks.
out. Nobody in the Kansas City hat is going to figure mine out.
Yeah, that's all on point last time.
Kansas City.
Well, that's his hat. It's, KC is cool.
All right, y'all. We'll be back.
Yeah, I'm drinking all this water. That's
make ladies jump out of their panties and bras. JD, babe, bro, the Wizard of Oz. For me to flip my.
We're back. We're back, ladies and gentlemen.
okay.
Hello.
Yeah, we're back.
Hello.
All right.
Are we back?
Yeah, we're back. We're back.
Okay,
Can you not hear something? Oh, it might be this.
Okay.
Right
no,
there?
I can't. I can't hear myself, but I'm still trying to figure out if that song DJ said my panties or something.
Can you hear?
Okay. No, I can't hear. But
it must be the headphone.
But
Poetess, grab that other headphone.
But yeah. So hey, we're back. I can't hear myself, but we're back.
Here, you want this one?
No, go ahead. I'm fine. I can. Good.
This way.
Oh yeah, act like you love me. Act like you love me.
You see, they're getting everyone back in.
Can you hear?
No, I can't hear. But I meant to tell you, your braids are cute, Poetess.
I call it Pocahontas.
Pocahontas.
Right. Thank you.
Oh, you're going to do that? Okay. Sorry, guys. I know this would never happen on The View, I know, but hey, it is what it is.
Check.
Can you hear it now?
No,
I hear
can't.
myself, but you don't have him plugged in. Where was it? That's on the floor. There we go.
Okay.
The adapter.
Oh,
Where's the other?
See how long it's
We need an
gonna take
adapter.
me to get it.
I don't have
Check. I can hear the people.
Well, we'll go and then we'll get an adapter.
Hi, everybody. Heaven high.
So,
Back.
DJ Ron. So I've learned a lot today. DJ Ron got smacked up by a Mexican woman.
Can you hear now?
I was in love. No, I can't. But
I haven't gotten him in yet. I was looking for his in.
And he divorced her. He didn't give her a chance.
Yeah, he didn't hit her back.
Yeah, he didn't hit her back, and he let her make it right. He said, "All right, so no, not to slap DJ Ron C." I would never slap anybody. I've never been in a fight in my life.
Really?
Isn't that something?
Never
I
been
remember.
in a fight.
No, but I remember when I was in high school, I was a cheerleader, and I was walking down the hall, and this girl bumped into me, boom, and I said, "Excuse me."
For a second, I didn't.
And I bounced right on by. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I could
Well,
always.
I can't say the same.
Diffuse.
There you go.
There we
That's
go.
good. Yeah. And that's the first thing you learn about when you get in a fight. You realize when somebody truly doesn't like you. You're like, okay, this person doesn't like me. This is a real fight. Yeah. Nothing worse than getting hit in the face. You're like, oh, that hurt. That first fight, man. But some people like fighting.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not that way.
I don't like fighting. I don't like fighting. I like seeing people get slapped. That's always good. Because when somebody gets slapped, you're like, okay, they really deserve that.
Unless it's at Speedy's birthday party.
Yes. He slapped that girl. I couldn't believe he slapped that girl.
Yeah.
She called in. She set him straight.
Oh, did she?
Because she hit him back. She did hit him back.
Y'all just walked out.
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Speedy hit somebody.
Yeah, it was. He was drunk. He don't even remember. Allegedly.
Yeah. And he said, didn't he say it wasn't a real slap? It was like love tap or
she said it was a mush. No, she called it and said it was a mush.
See, that's when see that's what happens when he's used to dating big girls, so that's always the mush that somebody big. Somebody the girl size, that's a slap. But on Michelle's face, that's just a mush. It's a love tap.
Yeah.
We have Psychic Wayne in the building.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you for having me so soon. I was recently here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Last time he did the host reading. So if you are listening and would like a reading, we're going to turn it over to the callers at 323-293-3375. But I really want you to do Lewis.
Okay. What's a reading?
We hear you, Ron.
I got it.
Oh, you're talking to me?
What's a reading?
A reading is actually just a reading of your life. Just what's going on in your life and what's probably going to happen.
It's great, too. I was scared, but it was great.
Like for me, he mentioned the first thing he said when I cut the cards.
Tell him what your question was, too.
It was about family, I believe. Mm-hmm. And he said, the first thing he said was, your father. Just jumped out his mouth. And I was at the time, my mom was in the hospital, and my father takes care of my mother, gives her dialysis 5 days a week, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's heard the story 100 times, I'm sure. But bottom line, and we were all struggling with a decision we had to make as far as my mom's care. He told me, don't worry about it. The decision's going to be made for you. Literally, I think it was a day or two later, I went up to San Diego. My mom was in the hospital. The doctors made the decision for us.
Wow.
I was like, and, I'm trying to tell my family, well, Psychic Wayne said it was going to happen. They looking at me like, oh, okay.
Yeah, right.
All right. But he was on point with the family stuff. A decision was made for us, and,
No. Now, do you have to ask him a question?
Yeah. So what question?
I'm not interested.
No, I'm
just.
I
know. Since you don't really know, I mean, people want me to read their minds. I don't read your mind. When you go to a doctor, this is what's going on. And so I try to give you some insight on whatever the issue is. So
by reading the cards.
Right. So I don't want to work that hard and figure out why you want to talk to me or whatever. I want to be able to just give you some kind of perspective or advice on whatever it is that's troubling you or whatever it is that feels good about.
Well, my ex-wife is having issues going through menopause. It's really bad for her. And she's called me and expressed that she's really struggling with it and all that. So that's a concern of mine, and talking to the kids, keep saying, how's your mom? And I'll send her a text, say, hey, I hope everything's better. And she's taking meds, and she's going to have to probably leave work.
So what's your question?
Oh, it must be
Is there a question?
You think she'll get better?
Can you give me like her first initial? You don't have to say
A.
And give me her birth date?
Wow.
You forgot?
No, I know. It's November 18th.
Speedy didn't know, Michelle.
Speedy didn't know.
He had me looking
November
it up
18th.
on Facebook.
While he's doing that, can I talk?
Sure.
Menopause doesn't have to be bad. I mean, wonder what that means. Can I touch it?
Go ahead.
Well,
because you can work your diet. Like I constantly think about Dr. Sabi's wife, and I'm guessing y'all know who Dr. Sabi is. She went through menopause effortlessly.
Every woman's different.
Well, yeah, that's true too. But diet, I think,
she's vegan now.
She's vegan now too.
So every woman's different.
Vegan alkaline or vegan acidic? That's another thing.
I don't know. I just know last time we were out eating, she had eggplant.
Okay.
Sounds up.
Sounds up. That's all I know. She had eggplant.
Did you leave her?
Well, yeah. I mean, she had an affair, yeah.
Oh, okay. Something from the past is still really, really troubling for her. In answer to your question, I think she is going to get better, but the truth of it is that she's kind of wallowing in her life where things aren't the way she wants them to be. So as a result, it kind of keeps her in that space. And the truth of it is that she has, I mean, when I look at the reading, the issues lie with kind of her and how she sees things, not the reality of her life. I don't know if she's seeing anybody now, but there's still some kind of regret behind or resentment behind the relationship with you. I'm glad that you guys get along, but it's still like
she misses
some trouble
Lou.
here.
She misses him. She knows she fucked up.
Or maybe when she's talking about the menopause, it's so you'll say, "Don't worry, baby, it's gonna be
No,
okay."
I send her, positive. I say, hey, feel better, and hopefully, you deserve to be
wanna
happy
hug.
and all that, and I do my best.
I think she'll be okay in the long run. But the bottom line here is I feel like she's not really putting forth the effort to make herself happy. It's kind of like she wants other things or other people to make her happy. And menopause, of course, is a physical thing.
Well,
You can't really
that's her MO.
control that. But
That's to make her happy.
Her emotional state is that she wants people to make her happy.
Is that similar?
Yeah, that's how that's the whole thing. It's about her making her happy. Doing she's not about making you happy. She's it's about her.
You guys are still very linked, and that's probably why you still have that type of a relationship or any kind of relationship. Like link, like through spirit, like you meant to still be in her life.
Oh.
A lot of divorces or whatever, you still have kids. You're in the life to some extent, but this is kind of a different spin. She kind of needs you in that capacity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I try to limit my, I do it now once every 2 to 3 weeks. I text, say, how you doing? How you feeling? And the kids are about to come home for Christmas, so and she wants to go pick out a tree and all that. And I'm
together. Now, how does your new girl feel about all that? Or do you not care? Or is it not an issue?
Well, no, Code 3 is really, she's that kind of person where, she'll say, how is she doing? And I'm like, I don't care. And she said,
She's like
but
me.
it's okay. And
Yeah.
it's like, so she's, she knows I don't, I'm home. That's the thing. I'm home every night. My schedule's pretty simple. So I'm home every night and she has a key and everything. So she got a key.
She's pretty
right
confident.
Yeah,
She's
that's
confident in
So
you.
we do have a call.
Great.
Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, roll out. This is Tanya.
Hey,
Hi,
Tanteezy. Don't try to change your name. We know who you are.
Hi, I wanted to get a reading.
Okay.
Your life sucks.
Thanks, Lou.
Damn.
I appreciate that.
No problem.
What's your birthday, Tanya?
9/10.
All right. You got a question for me?
I was told that I was going to be moving, and I wanted to know if that was true.
All right.
What's so scary about that, Todd?
She's a Virgo.
Yeah, she is a Virgo.
Oh, boy. I was going to ask about life.
Okay, hold on a second. Hold on. Yeah, were you thinking about moving to another city, another state?
No.
There's definitely going to be a move here, and this says that probably next year there's an opportunity to move further out, or even to another city or state or something here. Okay. When you said somebody told you this, who are you talking about?
Another psychic. Another psychic.
Because I do see a move. That's why I'm like, well, who did somebody just say you're going to move? I don't know.
Her landlord.
Hecka must be really good then. It was Hecka.
Yeah.
It was what?
Hecka. Another psychic.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, I do see a move. You know what? Even if you're not planning to move out of state, out of city, I think that's something you need to explore, because part of your journey is you're feeling a little bit trapped where you are, and you're too safe. So I think you need to look elsewhere just to see if that can work for you. Explore it at least.
All right. Does the cards give you a date?
I don't know.
Hilarious.
You said next year.
And your rent
Something
will be
in 2017, but they ain't gonna say March 21st of 2007 you're gonna move. So I don't, And then also,
Lou, I don't have rent. I have a mortgage.
okay, so listen to this too.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to timing and that kind of thing with the cards, this is something that you create. You hear it, and you figure, I can do it, or I can't do it, or I'm planning to do it, or whatever. See, if you had called me and said, okay, I'm planning to move maybe by a certain time, I can ask them to say, yeah, that'll work. But this just says a move in 2017.
Okay.
So
Go ahead, mortgage Tanya.
You're welcome.
Do you read yourself?
On rare occasions, I don't like to read myself.
Oh, okay.
Because if it says something I don't want to hear, I'm going to ask again, and then I'm going to be confused. So,
okay.
You know, I have somebody that reads me because they can, you know, kind of look at it and do it better than I can do it for myself. Because I'm going to look too far into it.
Have you read your family members?
I don't like to, but I will on occasion. I just don't want to know what they're doing. My nephew, your guys, I don't want to know what you're doing.
You know more when you see it than what you say to us, don't you?
Sometimes, yeah. But, I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing, especially in this arena. It's kind of like we're pressed for time. I could have went to another situation with her with some kind of ending of a relationship or something I saw. But, you know, we don't have time for all that.
Oh, we do have another call.
Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Hi, my name is Christine. I'm from the Bay Area.
Yay, area.
I wanted to see if I could get some information about the direction of my career.
Okay. What do you want? How can I help you with that?
I just want to see where it's going, basically.
Okay, I'm gonna ask them where your career is going. See what they tell us. Hold on. Yeah.
You need a birth date?
Okay.
Yeah. What is your birth date?
August 2nd.
All right.
You're in the Bay Area. It's going down.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, really?
No. I'm just kidding.
I don't know how to read it, but it looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, girl.
All right. Well, actually, it's pretty good. The thing of it is that you feel stuck, and you have this idea of how you want your life to be, and it still hasn't gotten there yet. Guess what? You haven't tried hard enough to get it to where you want it to be. Did you apply for something recently?
Yeah.
Because you got news coming about something good. The good thing about this, you got 3 aces here. Aces have to do with new beginnings and new starts. New beginnings and new starts, which is what you need. You understand this whole idea of how you envision your life to be, and it's not that way yet? You understand that?
I understand that.
Yeah. So I think that you're going to eventually get what it is you want and have the life that you want. But this is a process. But you got good news coming about a job or an opportunity.
Okay.
All right.
Don't mess it up.
I will try not to.
All right. You sound cute.
Thank you.
She does.
You know,
funny.
Christine. She comes to she's come to
Taylor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she just hit me up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she comes to the shows when we're in the Bay Area.
I got a question. Can I ask the question?
No.
Am I allowed to ask?
Yeah.
Should I have been wanting to do my one-woman show for about... She said
callers.
I can't ask. Nabbit.
Ask after the
Caller,
show.
what's your name
Okay,
and where
I
you
asked
calling
after the
from?
show.
Oh, hold on.
Answer it.
Hilarious.
Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Tasha, calling from D.C.
Hey, Tasha.
Hey, Tasha.
What's your question for Wayne?
Tasha?
Tasha?
I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, what's your question?
I just wanted to know about the relationship I'm in now.
Okay.
Is it worth it, or is it going to go anywhere?
All right. Can you give me the person's first initial?
S.
And give me the month and date of birth of that person.
December 1st.
Okay. What was your birthday? I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
Sure. Mine is June 6th.
Okay.
That's not going to work.
Same as Prince.
That's not going to work.
Listen to you. Why won't that work?
Oh, man. Come on. He a sucker. His first name is S.
Oh. Okay, so you want me to be honest with you, or you want me to sugarcoat it?
No, I want the real.
All right, dear. You. This relationship, you've given completely too much, and you're never gonna get what you put into it. And the thing about him, I don't want to throw him under the bus. I think that this guy has a heart. He's a good guy, but he's just not as honest as he needs to be.
Okay.
And also, you hold on too tight. Did you just fight recently? Or
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. See, look, here's the deal, and I tell everybody, I'm not here to make that decision whether you stay or go. I'm here to give you that information, and you kind of figure out from what else happens or what's going on, how you're going to proceed with it. But this is telling me that this relationship you definitely have been getting the short end of it, just like it's just not a lot of productive stuff here. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
So,
do you see any? Is it worth it, or
He just told you. He just told you.
It's not. DJ Ron C left that lady after she slapped him.
He just told you.
Well, look. Here's the deal.
Okay.
Like I told you, I don't want to determine that for you. I want to give you the information, and I want you to think about it. I want you to decide. But what I'm looking at here is that you're getting very much the short end of the stick for a long time, and it's gonna kind of continue to be that way. You know, he gives you just enough. That's the strange way. He gives you enough, and you're like, okay, we can make this work. And then he ends up doing the stuff that he's been doing, where you're getting the short end.
And you're better than that. You deserve
You
better.
really
Man,
are.
I was in a relationship like that for a long time, and girl,
I don't care.
Where you fought him? You had to fight him, Poetess?
I didn't fight him. We didn't fight or do anything like that, but I was not reciprocating what I was putting into the relationship.
Yeah, and DC's got a lot of good men. I mean, come on. You can. I mean, you know, even if you sit him, just speaking for men, even if you bench him for a while, bench him hard, sit him down,
let him go,
and tell him that he needs to grow because you deserve better. I mean, you have children. You have children.
No, I don't.
Okay, then you don't need to stay with that sucker. Come on.
And let me tell you this. You know, it's easy for us to kind of say, oh, you know, whatever about him. I understand the connection you have with this guy. I get it, but I also need you to kind of balance that with what's actually happening in reality, because whenever you let your heart lead, you get in trouble. So I need you to use your head that, okay, I'm not getting really what I'm putting into this relationship. And you balance that with your heart. If he wants to come up, step up and do the right thing, then okay, maybe you can work with this. But right now, you're getting the short end. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Release him to his greater good so he can prosper someplace else.
Women got to make men better.
Thank you for your call.
You got to make them better, man. By making
By
him,
doing what?
By making him earn it.
Step up to the plate or
Yes,
step
just,
up.
I mean, otherwise,
work for it.
just like children. You know, if you give a kid everything, he's like, all right, what do I have to work for? You know, it's like you got to make this man step back and because if he's going to use you, he's got like 6 other people he's already using. So
I mean,
right.
sometimes that is the case, but I think in this instance, it's more of a situation where he just figures she's going to always be there, and he can just do whatever he wants to do.
Right. Yeah, he needs to miss her. He needs, because once you don't have something you're used to.
But and R. Kelly said it best. Once a woman is fed up, there is nothing you can do about it.
That's right.
You can. You hit the lotto.
I know when
that helps.
When you're done with someone,
we're done.
Done.
It's finished.
You know, women always say
not
that.
even no. When they go back, it's still lingering. It was not ever done. But when it's done, it's done.
I know. I try to say that.
I don't. All the dudes I ever been in love with, I'm done with. But I'm still cool with. We friends, but it ain't.
They ain't getting
no
more.
Hitting it.
That passion ain't there no more.
Can't
when
smell
that passion's
it.
not there. You're right, because when that passion's not there.
Yeah, I was in a relationship like that with dishes. And I find it, and I would say this to Wayne, is last year when Wayne did my reading, I was asking about dishes in the reading, and Wayne told me, nah, this is not the guy. This is, there's someone else that's going to come along that you're going to meet that's better.
That's good.
And now that I am seeing somebody else, me and Dish's relationship is a lot better
People
now.
should take Wayne on dates. Just hang out. When they at the date.
Pull out the card.
Hey, Wayne, just let me know what's going on. What's your birthday? Just ask.
Save a lot of time.
Yeah, man.
Wire me up, and I'll just be speaking in the ear and telling them,
Well, that would be a good show.
That'd be a good show. I was just thinking that'd be. I would watch that too. I know it's not working. That'd be funny.
No, we gotta ask Ron C. Ron C. said
You want a reading?
Ron C. said he's scared.
No, when people don't want a reading, that's okay. I don't like to force whatever on them because
I used to be afraid to get a tarot reading, but it's not.
But I think, I just out of conversation, is it like against your religion, or you think I'm gonna tell you you're gonna die or something? what is it? No, and I'm not trying to talk you into it. I'm just curious.
No, I'm just saying like you. When I
just don't want to know.
Just don't want to know.
Okay.
I want to hear maybe something I don't believe or not. So
okay. All right. Well, and my whole thing about doing readings, for me, my job doing what I do is not all about predicting the future. It's more about understanding yourself and understanding how you're interacting with other people, and how you create that future.
I know one thing I have learned a lot, and it hasn't been that long, but since I've been following you on Instagram, because you post a lot of stuff about people and why they do what they do, these celebrities and things like that. Yeah. I'm just fascinated. I just
I would watch that show.
Yes.
I would watch you break it down.
Do we have a call, Poe?
Yes, we do.
Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
Hello, this is Tanya again. Calling for a follow-up. Mr. Wayne, you said something. You saw some other things. And what else did you see?
Okay, which person was this?
This was Tanya, the one you said that was going to move.
Oh, okay.
You done already sweat your cards up, girl.
Yeah. Well, because she heard you say something about a relationship.
Right. What's going on with your relationship?
Oh, shit. I thought he was playing.
Look at that little voice. That was so cute.
Nothing.
Yeah.
She was born September 10th.
Okay. All right. Well, if it's nothing, then that's okay. But did you have another question for me? Because usually I do so many readings, I have to throw them out and then get ready for the next one. So
you said that you mentioned something about a relationship ending.
But you said there was nothing going on.
You said nothing, right?
Let's try this, Tantizi. Ask him specifically what you want to know, and he can read them right quick.
Be brave, girl. Be brave.
Be brave, because you done call back for a reason.
We're family.
Yeah, right. You said you saw a relationship ending. Do you still see that? My birthday is 9/10.
All right. Well, let's see what they say about relationship.
God, I hope not.
Did you go to court recently?
No.
All right.
No.
Well, don't speed. All right.
Okay.
Don't speed. I got it.
Okay, tell me this. Okay, you're in a relationship. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, how long?
Ooh, about close to 20 years.
Dang. Are you married?
Common law.
Okay. Well, see, look, maybe you can help me with this.
Yes.
What do you see right here? You see, what does that look like?
Looks like she's stuck.
Well, I mean, it looks like it's a woman, right?
Oh, yes, it's a woman.
And what does that look like?
And that looks like that's a woman.
So, have you had some issues with infidelity with this guy?
Jesus Christ. Got nervous. Lord.
I thought you were saying Tantizi was going to turn to the other side. No, go ahead.
Yeah, years ago.
Okay, so nothing recently?
No.
Okay.
Mine better not.
All right.
Yeah, we be all on mine. We be all on his ass.
Okay.
I bet not see no
shit. Does he have a lot of female friends?
Well, he's in the music industry, so he has a lot of fans.
Oh.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, okay.
Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Be happy. Be happy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine's a good dude.
Yeah, you just... I'm not a reader, but I can read 20 years common law. I don't understand. You guys have children together?
Yes.
Yes, we have a son.
Okay, so why are you not married?
Because we're not married. Is this Wayne or Lou?
Lewis.
Oh, that's Lou.
We're talking to Wayne right now.
All right.
Do you want to get married?
No, not really.
Oh, please.
Okay.
Yes, you do. That's
Why
not
not,
true.
Tom?
That's
Okay.
not true.
Because my parents weren't, and we was just never raised like that.
Okay.
We needed to be.
I understand that.
That's interesting. No, because
I never heard that.
Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you, Tanya.
My parents were never married either, and I think that has a lot to do with my attitude on marriage as well. So I
sure,
can
all of
kind
it.
of see.
Yeah, me
but
too.
All of
me
us.
too.
But honestly, if things keep going well with you and Canoe,
Mm-hmm.
and if he said, "Will you marry me?" Would you?
Yeah, I'm not against marriage,
Right.
but I just don't feel like that I'd be a failure if I never got
No,
married.
no,
Because
that's
a lot
not-
of women feel like they fail if they've not married.
No, but 20 years, common law, kids. Yeah.
What about Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn?
Okay, who cares about Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn?
But they're not married, and they've been together longer.
Oprah and Stedman?
But I
don't know. Is that real?
Yeah, come on. I mean, my thing. My thing is, she for when someone has questions about their relationship, that's your gut.
Intuition.
Yes. Otherwise, she wouldn't ask. It'd be smooth. She has, and like she said, it was infidelity years ago. So it's her gut telling her something. Your gut is always your gut. Otherwise, you're not calling Wayne back.
Yeah.
To ask him about your relationship if you are cool with it. You just, I mean, that's just, I mean, if she was, I'm looking at Tanya as my daughter. If I'm talking to my daughter and my daughter says, she calls back and says,
Right.
Hey,
Daddy?
I want to talk to you about this. I'm going to need to talk to Wayne again. Okay,
Yeah.
Wayne just read you. I'm calling back. Wayne, can you tell me because she dug for that. She dug for the relationship.
I gotta do a few comments in the chat room. Somebody said Tonteezy got a side piece. Let me find out. And then somebody said Money B gonna get a skillet in the face because of this dude for no reason.
I mean, it's just. I mean, I wish the best for anybody that's in a relationship, but it's just like she was digging for it, and my thing is, she stopped digging because she don't want to know. She's like, she jumped right off of that, and that can be the way to maintain that you keep going forward. Sometimes you got to put the shovel down.
I think they'll be fine, and
I think
plus
they will.
some relationships, there's no relationship does not have
No.
without challenge.
No, I'm with. That's why I said you put the shovel down. You stop digging.
Because she was digging. She called back because he didn't say. He said I could, but he didn't. She called back because she's feeling some kind of way.
He mentioned that there was something else going on.
Can we ask about you in Code 3?
What do you want to ask?
Could I ask a question for another person?
I guess.
Did he
about
ask
him?
you?
If he,
I want to know about
is he here?
Lewis.
Well, do
and
you
his
want
current
to ask
relationship.
Lewis? You want to? And look, here's the deal. Understand that the cars are just like a blueprint.
No, I'm fine with that. I think she's a beautiful person, and I mean,
Well, let's see.
hilarious. If she's a beautiful person,
No,
that hussy ain't no good.
Where your relationship is.
Oh, let's watch. Lewis cross his arms.
No, I always cross my hilarious.
Give her birthday, Lewis.
Yeah.
Her birthday?
Yeah. The day in the month.
It's February.
Is she Aquarius?
Yeah, she's an Aquarius.
Oh,
yeah. What is Code 3?
That's right.
That's his
our
nickname.
name. We all have nicknames. For
Yeah,
our-
my boyfriend is Canoe.
Mine's
hers
Palm Springs.
I don't have a boyfriend.
Yours is Ohm. Stop
yours
it.
is Ohm. Stop.
229.
229.
Oh, she's a Pisces. She's born
That's
leap year.
not
That's
Aquarius.
leap
She's
year
Aquarius.
too.
She's Aquarius.
That's a
Well, then
Pisces.
you mean 129?
No,
229 is not.
no,
And
it was
that's
just
leap
recent.
year.
No, that's the wrong date. Oh
wow.
That's all right. You remember the right time.
Okay, Speedy. He had to do the same thing.
Does he have to know it?
Well,
It helps.
I've already started shuffling, so it'll be okay.
No, hold up.
Oh wow.
Oh no, it's 9/29.
Oh,
Okay.
she's
It's coming over this fast.
What's that? She's a Libra.
Yeah, she's.
All right. So I'm gonna let you cut these, okay?
What?
I'm gonna let you cut your cards with your left hand. With your left hand,
Hilarious.
put into 3 stacks towards you.
Oh wow.
There you go. You must have done this before.
No, I just saw you doing it. I just saw you doing it.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Let's see. So you're asking the question, Poetess, just about his relationship?
Yeah, with
Where's it going?
Code 3.
Looks great to me. I can. Oh, wait a minute. Oh.
No, it actually does look great. It looks good.
It's great, right?
Yep, and yep.
You can be honest.
I'm being honest. I mean, this doesn't show me any kind of major issues that are coming up, other than the fact that your ex does show up in this situation. Does she have issues with her at all?
Does Code 3 have issues with that? No, because there hasn't been any issues to present. She knows that she's going to, and she might be faking by saying, because some people will say, oh, it's okay. I mean, you should be, your mom, that should be a concern, ...
Mm-hmm.
And I have to keep telling her it's not.
Okay.
I have to remind her that, I don't know why you're even bringing that up. That's,
why I'm bringing
well,
that
no,
up?
why she's bringing that up.
I was like, why I am, because this is Code 3 and this is your ex.
Right. She thinks she mentioned
this
once.
This is the past and this is the present.
Yeah, she mentioned once that she wants you back. That my ex wants me back. And I told her, no, I'm pretty sure she's moved on. And then Code 3 is like, because you're such a great man, and she knows she's messed up. Everyone says that.
Okay.
Well, I'm telling you now, Code 3 is expecting to be married.
To be married?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why we wear rings.
Oh, so you're about to get married?
Yeah, when I decide,
cool.
when I decide that,
okay,
I like you, Lewis. The chat room people had me all scared, thinking you were going to be all mean.
I mean that's why
I like him,
we
y'all.
go out,
Heaven High is still alive.
So no, I really care for her a lot, and I love her.
I can see that.
She's a special lady. she's a little too nice to other people sometimes.
Mm-hmm. I still feel like the reason that the ex shows up is either one or two things. Is because, it may take you longer to marry her just because of some of the things you went through there. Or at some point, Code 3, as you call her, will still just have some issue or feel a little bit of threat from it, but she shouldn't because...
But I think you hit it when you said, there's hesitation on my point of waiting because of what went down before.
Okay.
And I have to, and I tell her all the time, she's still on probation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's just, I have to make sure I'm not going down there unless, and she has to clean her house up totally.
Okay.
So
I like it. Ace of Wands is a good card for like a relationship. It also indicates long term. So it's nice. And I'm not selling you a fairy tale because nothing is a fairy tale. But do I see this having potential for long term and marriage? I do.
I like it too. It looks good to me too.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Thank you, Wayne.
Thanks, Wayne. I'm back in Suckerland. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sure when you see Code 3 tonight, you're going to tell her. Then it's in the cards.
Well, tonight's our TV night, so we get Queen Sugar tonight. So.
Is she younger than you?
No, around the same age. About the same age.
Okay.
Yeah, she's 50, about the same age.
Okay.
You're 50?
Yeah.
All right, now I'm 49.
Oh.
It's just like a young energy around that reading. Maybe both of y'all are just like young spirited or something like that.
Yeah, she's in good shape. Her profession has her. She likes dancing.
All right.
She danced with
Teddy's like, all right.
Yeah, I'm excited about her. I like her. It's even more fascinating when you can sit and see the cards.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I'm excited.
I was with you, Ron. See, I was a little afraid.
I won't let him. I made him read mine off air. I was like, fuck
really?
this. Yeah, it ain't gonna happen on air.
No, I felt good about it.
He was on point with mine last year and this year too.
Yeah, no, I felt good about her from day one. I just knew it was she had a lot of cleaning up to do.
Okay.
So I just knew that she had to get in line with what, I gave a key up right away. I was cool with it. I think I told her, you came at the right time for me.
Somebody said cool. Lewis wears promise rings.
These people, they just notice everything. It's just like, it is a promise. It's and it helps you because you deal with less BS when you wear a ring.
You get a lot of chicks with a ring on.
No, you get a lot of
in his profession, maybe.
No, I just think it's to me people act differently around you when they think you're married. Just people, just even in an elevator, women, just the world I'm in, they just, when you're dealing with their kids, because then it cuts down to me you think I'm trying to talk to you for other reasons. Mm-hmm. I'm just dealing with you. But, especially with black men, they just think something else. And I want to eliminate all that. I don't have time for all that.
So, Wayne, if people want to get a reading, hit you up and get a personal reading, where could they find you?
Find me at psychicwayne1.com. That's psychicwayne1.com. Or you can call me at 888-929-6307. That's 888-WAYNE-07. Can't spell Wayne, WAYNE-07. Also, you can follow me on Facebook, get your daily horoscope, Psychic Wayne, and follow me on Instagram at PsychicWayne1. I have some interesting stories like Tanji was talking about I take a current event and I break it down and I talk about what's going to happen.
And what's really cool is a lot of he breaks it down and then he breaks it down, let's say yesterday. He broke it down yesterday. And then he'll repost it in a month. And you'll be able to see that everything he said was going to happen, happened. That's what makes it so fascinating to think, wow, that was all in. It just makes me look at life in a whole different way.
Mm-hmm. I have to be honest. I have to check myself because he was just as advertised. He was really good.
Well, thank you, guys.
Really,
I appreciate
really
that.
Smooth, and I understood you.
Yeah, and that's what's cool about him too. He's like a brother, like you say. You ain't got no.
Yeah, layman's terms. I can
How you a psychic with a name like Wayne?
Yeah.
I mean, it was to the common man. I could understand it. It just made sense. It didn't puzzle me.
Okay.
It was like straight shape, like hanging out. It was like hanging out, talking to somebody and listening. Like, oh, okay, hey, it was nice.
Thank you.
So maybe next time we can get Ron C to get a reading. Next time.
No pressure, Ron C. No pressure at all. And then also the whole thing about psychic. Like I think I may have told y'all the story.
You said it. I don't like to be called that.
I don't not like it. It's my name now. Sinbad gave me that name. Mm-hmm. Because people hear that word and they think I'm going to be a medium and talk to the grandmama and what's my how many kids I got. That kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I own that name. It's been my name for 14 years now, so I can't change it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sinbad.
Really cool. Really cool.
Tangi, your info.
Oh, hi, Heaven High. I'm Tangi Ambrose everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, everywhere. Tangi Ambrose.
It kills me when she says Pinterest.
Everywhere.
So have you been getting a lot of rollout followers?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, yes.
And Wayne, have you got any?
I got a lot of calls.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Awesome.
And I love them. They're
Kamira
wonderful.
too.
And
Kamira's
funny.
like, yo, I got hundreds. I was
They're
like,
the bomb.
shit, I ain't even got that.
Wow, well, I guess
They're the
I've
bomb.
upgraded myself then.
Yes.
I'm here I go. I'm off and running now.
Oh, they love
You
you.
might
You
make
have
it.
a following
Yes.
I've
too.
been on a rollout show. But no,
You
it's
seen all those likes when we said you were hosting, and some people were like, "Boo!"
Yeah, no, I saw the boo. I thought that was pretty funny. Somebody said, but no, I had a great time. Thank you for inviting me, Poetess. It was
Will we
good.
be back Friday or?
Yeah, well, 10 is too late for you, and I have to. I'm with Mickey Howard this weekend at Catalina
yes.
Jazz
She's
Festival.
I saw that on,
Yes.
Yeah, Catalina
Okay,
Jazz
so we're
Festival.
gonna have to work out something.
So
but-
yeah,
Is that's
yeah,
the one
because
Hollywood?
J. Anthony Brown is after your head. So
okay, cool. I will work something.
Gotta
I'm back
do shows
after
to
that.
compete.
Yeah, you're right. I'm back after that. Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, this Friday. Yeah, we won't. But unless we could pre-tape it early.
okay,
She said,
She's like, no, I ain't gonna happen.
we'll talk.
Yeah.
Did you say how people could reach you?
I don't want them to reach me. I'm good.
Okay.
Well, anyway, I'll go. You can reach me at Nikki Pam with 2 Ks, and then remember to buy a shirt. Rolloutshow.com, you guys.
Yeah, I wanted to buy a pink one. Nikki Pam
I
keeps
keep
forgetting.
Yeah, I will do that. Yes, they're on sale for $20, just the shirts. So hit me up.
Cool. And how can they contact you?
Don't forget, DJ Ron C was chopping it up and killing it today. So if you want a DJ Ron C mix, you can email him and hit his PayPal at Ron C. What is it? Ron C7
on all social media.
DJ Ron
C7
at gmail.com. And please, if you enjoy the show or enjoy the programming here at Morris Media Studios, please donate to our GoFundMe. That's gofundme.com/Morris Media Studios. It really does help out. And I'd like to thank the guest today, and thank you, Lewis, for coming in.
Yeah, thanks.
My pleasure. Thank you, Speedy, for not being here.
Thank you, Ron C. Let's drop that. It's time to go. Yeah.
They didn't have his headphones on.
We out.